Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How we doing? It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal AJ. To my left, the one and only Mr. Senor Roberto Thompson.
Mr. Senor, huh?
You know what Thompson means in Spanish, Vic?
What?
The son of Tomp.
Tomp. I come from a long line of Tomps.
Or Tomp.
Tomp.
I was like,
There we
that's, when you're a kid, you're learning to spell, and you're like, my name's not Thompson. Thompson? It's Thompson.
No, I would. If I was your teacher, I would have said, I'm afraid your family's been saying it wrong all along.
I went home and like, Mom, I got some bad news for you.
Yeah,
We're Thompsons.
Yeah, we've really been.
You guys have been led astray. TH is a th.
I grew up with the last name of Café.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would call me Cafetera. You know, like that's how I grew up.
Makes sense.
Mr. Coffee.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Mr. and Mrs. Coffee. Well, talking about names, I'll never forget. I was in 7th grade. My good friend Jesse Moreno sat beside me, and we're passing up our papers, and he wrote his full name as Jesus. I was like, dude, your name is Jesus?
Yeah.
I'd never met anybody now. Well, I had. I just didn't realize. I just didn't realize Jesse was short for Jesus. But when you see the Jesus on paper, it feels very different than Jesus when you say it. I was like, man, your name's Jesus.
That's right.
All right.
The chosen.
Mind if I call you Jesus?
Imagine if you guys had gotten married. Jesus Thompson.
Jesus. Well,
Jesus Thompson.
Hey, man.
Jesus Thompson.
If I was to have a third boy, which was probably going to happen, it was going to be named Joaquin.
Joaquin Thompson.
He was going to be Joaquin Thompson.
I was big on anytime my wife would come up with a name and say, so my oldest son's name is Jacob. And she said, maybe we should spell it with a K so it's a little bit different. And I said, you mean so every time he ever has to say his name, he has to say it's with a K?
It's with a K.
Like, I want to
an I with a heart.
I just wanted things to be simple. And so, like, Joaquin was never in the cards for our family. I would have been like, no, that's.
I was on a Clint Eastwood kick. I wanted to have a cowboy.
And Joaquin.
Well, there was a character. I was like, Joaquin. That's awesome. And one of the greatest Texas Rangers of all time was named Joaquin.
Okay.
But didn't happen.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Well, yeah.
And on top of that, they would have had enough trouble spelling their first name, and then imagine how they would deal with the Thompson thing.
Every one of us, every one of our kids, you just wait for it. It comes about late kindergarten, early first grade when they're learning their letters. They're like, it's Thompson.
They come home and
I got some bad news.
Son, sit down.
You've got some.
It's time to have the talk.
Mom, Dad, sit down. I was at school today, and I learned that we've been saying our name wrong.
Yes, we've made a mistake. We've made a grave error.
Ms. So-and-so said the. I just hate to say it, so here we are. What are we going to do?
The TH sound always makes a
I'm learning, and you guys have been doing it wrong.
That's right.
Last generation.
Generation upon generation has made that mistake. What a day it is, friends. Tuesday, Rob's favorite day.
It is the best day of the week.
Today, a little bit of a getaway day for me.
Yeah, baby.
I've got to run out to the desert to bury a couple bodies.
They're all coming to the surface at Lake Mead, right?
Yeah.
Floating up in barrels. You got to go rebury them.
Yeah, you got to go spit in the water or something, get that water level back up for a little while.
I know you're going to be by zombies. I know you're going to go.
I probably will be.
That's just a skip from the lake.
That's
you
true.
Might as well go by and check on those bodies. Make sure
That's
they're
true.
Still under the boulders.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll be gone for the next 2 days. So I don't want you guys to worry.
Oh, we're not. We're just turning the lights off. We're not coming back.
Okay. That's probably for the best. Yeah.
I got a couple of holidays stashed.
Yeah. Well, use them all up now before we get to December and you're just gone every random Thursday.
Well, yeah. Well, we're going to be we put together a best of. So we will have 15 minutes tomorrow.
Okay. A strong 15.
It's a powerful 15.
Strong.
And then the rest is really going to be, an amalgam of PSAs and old podcasts.
Yeah. I think that's the way to do it. Like what
If you like me once, the second time's a lot easier. You know what I mean?
Genital warts commercials,
Yeah, all those.
and feed the puppies, and
Done primarily by actors who've been dead for 10 years.
yes.
This is Betty White telling you to check your heart. Whoa.
Bitch, check yours.
What?
Who are you talking to?
This is, what was that, the judge from Night Court?
Harry.
Judge Harry so-and-so. Make
Harry
sure
Anderson,
you're
is that
checking your
right?
diabetes levels.
Is Harry Anderson his name on the
you
show?
died of diabetes. What are you talking about?
Harry Stone.
Harry Stone
This
on the
is-
show.
yeah, this
Harry
is Harry
Anderson in real
Stone.
life.
Making sure you're checking your blood sugar levels.
That's right.
Like, wait, he's been dead for 6 years and he died of diabetes.
My bailiff Bull once had heart disease.
So this is John Belushi. What?
For an anti-drug PSA here.
Just say no.
That's right.
I'm John Belushi. I should know.
They took the bar.
Brought to you by
Oh man.
the Woody Harrelson Just Say No Foundation.
This is Kurt Cobain for hunter safety.
That's it. Is the safety on?
Always ensure your shotgun is pointed towards the animal you're hunting.
Correct.
This is Kurt Cobain for the NRA. Oh, we got to pull that one.
This is Osama bin Laden for Brink's Home Security. If you're worried about
This is
people
old.
sneaking into your house in the middle of the night,
This is old. We can pull this. Well, let's keep this one. America.
oh man, yeah. This is Jacques Cousteau for boater safety.
Hey, no, we love Jacques. I'm not dragging him into the mud. Not with Kurt Cobain gun safety.
And Osama bin Laden home security systems.
It's a Saudi company. We can't tariffs now. We
That's
can't-
true.
we can't buy
That is true. All right. So, speaking of tariffs and nonsense and things like that, at some point today, we're going to have a discussion about what the world outside of the U.S. is saying about the U.S. now and how it may affect things like
soccer.
the World Cup and 2 years from now, the Olympic Games, the Olympiad, as fancy people call them, the Olympiad. So we're going to have that discussion, which should be a lot of fun. Let's face it. It's always a. I wonder if other countries have like sports radio conversations about like how the world outside of their country views them and if it's shameful or not, or is it just us?
Well, I happen to be friends with some radio presenters with
Okay.
Radio 1. I met them. They're big Jags fans. They're the
Okay.
They're the Jags broadcast crew. No,
They don't talk about that. They don't care.
no.
And Brits think they are still the kings of the world. even
No,
though
I
we
think the
beat
Brits.
their
No, the
ass.
thing about the Brits is they know they were once there, and they realize it ain't all it's cracked up to be. So they're kind of happy where they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're perfectly happy to stand on the side and let somebody else take the lead, and we'll help out where we can. I think that they have found their niche and are happy with it. The French, on the other hand, feel very like they're the leaders of the free world if we're not paying attention to them.
Yeah.
But the Brits, I think, have found their place.
Well, that's good.
That's at least been my experience.
I would think we'd put them in their place.
Well,
you
I
know.
mean, the French just tend to go that route.
They did fight a war against
Their
us.
arrogance is just always they lead with arrogance.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that. We will continue to talk about some things with the Super Bowl. You know who's been kind of forgotten?
Who's that?
Sharon Moore.
Who's
Oh,
that?
I saw him. He had to stand up in front of his judge the other day, didn't he?
Yeah, like
he did.
we hadn't talked about it. Like I guess
It's icky. I don't want to talk about that.
that's sad when like a guy goes to jail and we just like, well, forget about it. Like this is how
Well,
we haven't sent him any commissary. We haven't visited. We haven't written him a letter.
I think he got money for his commissary.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
I think he got.
I don't know. He's got access to that money.
I watched. I've
I would
seen
imagine-
a lot of shows.
I'd imagine his wife isn't keen on
that wife is soon to be ex. Trust me.
yeah,
That they're dividing property as we speak.
which means he ain't gonna have much commissary money.
Well, who knows? But I've watched enough of Mayor of Kingstown. As long as he gets in there with Bunny, he'll be all right.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, he's going to hang with Bunny and his crew. Don't let them neo-Nazi dudes hang around. But if he gets in with Bunny, he's good.
Yeah, I don't think I would I'm sure Sharon Moore can get along with all races in jail.
There ain't you can't do that, brother. At least in the Detroit penal system.
He can't say, "Hey, I hired."
There ain't no free agents. What car are you in?
I also recruited J.J. McCarthy, though. Come on, give me a break,
You
right?
brought in JJ?
Oh, actually, I think may have been Harbaugh brought him in.
Oh.
But I bet if he needs to, he'll claim that.
I don't think that helps.
Yeah, maybe
I
not.
don't think that's he's left.
They won a
He's with
national
the West
championship,
Coast crew.
though.
He's now on the West Coast.
They won a championship.
I know.
Minnesota's
I'm
not
just
the
telling
West
you.
Coast.
You got to well. He's in the West Coast division, is what I mean.
No,
he's
that's
headed, you said Kansas City. What did you say?
No, he's in Minnesota.
Who?
J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, I thought you said Harbaugh.
Oh no, Harbaugh is. But I think Harbaugh actually is the one who recruited J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He's West Coast.
Yeah, but if I were Sharon Moore, I'd say no. It was actually me.
No, just hang with Bunny, Sharon. Trust me, he's the only one that can protect you. Only one.
A lot of scary stuff.
Yeah, man.
A lot of scary stuff.
What was his quarter point? Do we know why he was in front?
I don't. Well, I'll catch you up on it all.
Probably trying to get out.
Well, he's basically saying that the client, his lawyer wants all the charges thrown out because they say that he was the arrest warrant was given out on false statements.
Well, that's interesting. But I do think he's probably due to get out. He's probably.
You would think so.
Yeah, I don't think he's a flight risk.
But we'll although he did seem like a little crazy.
Well, yeah, everybody has their bad days, AJ.
Yeah.
Everybody has their.
Like when you show up at your girlfriend's house with a knife. Someone call that
some
a bad day.
Some people, that's a bad day. Some it's just Thursday.
No,
you never know.
That would still even be a bad Thursday, I feel. I feel like, even it would be a Thursday, but it'd be a below standard Thursday.
Well, he gets to wear a little ankle bracelet and he can go on home.
Yeah, probably so. Well, we'll talk about that as well. And we got plenty of hoop to talk. Big day in the top 25. Lots of college hoops to kick around. There actually was a really good game last night that didn't look like it was going to be a good game. And as I started to doze off, sleeper game. Well, they made a run. Now the result was the same, and I won my bet the same, but it was just had to be a little sweatier than it should have been. But we'll talk about that as well. Plenty to get into. It is the Morning Huddle on a small hump day in our world. But today, basically, Rob's Friday because his wife is at work.
Yes,
so Rob's going to nap for 4.5 hours today. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, a couple of stalls off to the shoulder. I-10 westbound at Wurzbach and 1604 southbound at Marbach. Now, still watch out for some icy patches, black ice, ramps, bridges, under those bridges. Still lots of freezing in areas this early morning. So just please be very careful as you head out and about. Slow your roll, friend. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
The future won't wait. Neither should you. That's why American Public University offers affordable, flexible master's programs to keep you moving forward. American Public University, built for what's next. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
Appliance savings are happening now at the Home Depot with up to $1,000 off, plus up to an extra $500 off select appliances. Looking to upgrade your fridge? Check out LG's newest models serving up ice in all kinds of styles, cubed, crushed, craft ice, and now new mini craft ice straight from the dispenser. Shop savings and get up to $1,000 off, plus free delivery on select appliances like LG at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $999 or more. Offer valid January 8th through the 28th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226.
Oh, yes, playoff football is here, baby, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all that action. Playing on Underdog is so easy. You pick your favorite players. Are they going to go higher or lower on their stats? Sounds simple, right? Touchdowns, rushing yards, receptions, passing yards, you name it. Is your favorite guy going to have more or less of those stats? And if you get it right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. How incredible is that? You know, everybody's playing at their peak right now during playoff season. Who do we trust? How about the guys who have been in the playoffs before? That's who I'm looking at consistently, guys with that experience to go higher on their stats. Download the app today. Use my promo code ALAMO. You get $75 in bonus entries with your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play-and-get-terms_DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Hey, the big game's almost here, if you know what I mean. And if your dog goes wild every time the doorbell rings, it's time for New Game Plan. Whether you scored a brand new puppy over the holidays or your current MVP needs better discipline, Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit's ready to help coach him up. Sign your dog up for professional training sessions focused on winning behavior. From boarding and daycare to expert training, Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is here for you. Call them today at 210-750-1298. That's 210-750-1298 today.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Hey! I'd like to take this time to address how wrong I was about Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, well.
I sat here on this radio station and said Shedeur Sanders sucked at football and is not an NFL caliber quarterback. And here he is, a Pro Bowler. A Pro Bowl. Well, I mean, it's not a joke, Vic. This is real.
See, Mama?
I thought it was fake news.
No. He will go to the Pro Bowl instead of Drake May, since the Patriots are in the Super Bowl. Drake May is busy.
He can't do both?
Can't do both.
He can do do it.
Can't do both.
Josh was busy.
Josh is having a foot procedure, so he's
busy.
Also injured. Yeah. Justin Herbert also injured.
Lamar not feeling so good.
Lamar injured. Patrick Mahomes injured.
Trevor.
Bo Nix injured.
Trevor
Lawrence was one of the top alternates. He decided he didn't want to play.
Well, then, nothing like being the 8th runner-up, And if the duty falls, it's like being the secretary of Parks and Recreation.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody else at that table's dead, and now you're the president.
Well, they could have taken Aaron Rodgers.
They could have.
Nah.
But
they could have taken.
There's some old folks regulations, like he'd have to be off work like at 5. Yeah, there's a lot of things you have to deal with when you hire the agent.
There's Metamucil instead of Gatorade.
See what I did there? There's all kinds of rules and regs.
They could have taken Cam Ward.
Yeah, they could have taken Cam.
They could have taken Jarrett Stidham.
Hey, he was almost in the Hall of Fame.
That's true.
Almost. He had one game to make the Hall of Fame, and almost.
I guess they could have taken C.J. Stroud, but that might have been more embarrassing than taking Shador at this point. That would have been real difficult to explain. Like,
I'm sure he was the first nominee.
I've seen this guy. I've seen him. This guy's not a Pro Bowler.
And the weird thing about this is they're not even going to play football.
No. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe Shador is like really good at flag football or ultimate frisbee. I don't know what they play now, but it's going to be something like that.
Why don't we just have like a fan vote contest and see who gets to go?
Because it would have resulted in the same thing.
Because
Shador would have gone.
Is there any benefit to being a Pro Bowler other than just being a Pro Bowler? Do you get? I'm sure there's a little like 25Ks for showing up kind of thing.
You get a goodie bag.
You get a goodie bag. And I mean, it's a bump.
Do you get extra Marriott points? I mean, exactly. What am I getting here for showing up in Orlando and catching a ball falling from a helicopter?
It's a little.
What am I gaining from this?
There's a little Wikipedia flex.
You get a little. But Wikipedia, you could do that without showing up.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, just put that in there anyway.
Who's going to notice?
Well, I like to have a resume.
Yeah.
But so, I seriously, what is the point of the Pro Bowl anymore? Because it's not even a Pro Bowl.
Money.
Well, if it's just a $25,000 check, well, then let us vote for who we want to go. And we would have voted for Shador because I want to see him catch a football drop from a helicopter. But it's not the Pro Bowl. It's an all-star fun time event.
Yeah. I don't know. I really do think it's just for the Insta or the Wikipedia
Absolutely
flex.
it is. Absolutely it is for the social media following. But let's not call it anything other than what it is. Let's not demean the product that was at one point kind of a thing to be.
Yeah.
Now it's just who cares?
Yeah. Do you know that in the early 80s, I got to look up his name. There was a place kicker in the NFL who won the MVP.
I think it was the Mosley with the
Mark Mosley. That's it, Mark Mosley. And like that's one of those guys who if Wikipedia didn't exist, no one would ever believe.
You wouldn't believe. But Tom Landry believed for most of his coaching career that Mosley loaded his shoe, that he had put lead weights in his toe.
Oh, he's a cheater. But he didn't get caught.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because he was a straight-on kicker. He was not a soccer star. He was a flat-toed boot kicker.
But it's just funny, like, if it weren't for Wikipedia, people would never believe that.
There's not even a 30 for 30 for old Mark Mosley.
I imagine in, 45 years from today, when we say Shador Sanders was a Pro Bowler, people will be like...
You mean President Sanders?
They'll say, wait, you're...
President Shador Sanders was a Pro Bowler?
Yeah.
Is that the guy that killed her wife and boyfriend?
No, just a wife.
You said 35 years ago from now.
Did he kill his wife and her boyfriend?
Is that ex-con?
No, not that one. No, that was a different one. No, but they're like, in 45 years, my kid will be telling his grandkid, I guess, that Shador Sanders was a Pro Bowler, and that kid will go, "Come on, Grandpa, no, he wasn't." And
the guy that owns the Chevy dealership?
Yeah,
that guy?
That's him.
Shador Chevys?
Yeah. I get my insurance through him.
He was a Pro Bowler?
Oh.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be. And he's going to look up on Wikipedia.
You're gonna be a
Although
picture of him
Wikipedia often
with a flag football belt on,
Wikipedia
and a
often
bicycle helmet.
About every 6 months they send me an email saying they're going to go broke if I don't give them $3,
no
and then it's
kidding.
going to be off the internet. And then like we'd never know things like Shedeur Sanders was the Pro Bowler. So,
well, I trust everything else I read on Wikipedia.
Yeah, same. But yeah, I think that's the big flex of being in the Pro Bowl is you get to tell your grandkids,
And you get to,
and they say no, and then you win a bar bet on it.
It's still in Orlando though. You get to go to the Magic Kingdom.
Maybe you feel differently about you. You lived in the Orlando area, right?
Yeah, for 4 years. 5 years.
I find Orlando to be just a horrific city.
Oh, it's plastic. The entire city is made of plastic.
It is
What? It's plastic.
It's
There's
like,
nothing real.
It's like Dallas, but for poor people.
Well, no, there's a lot of money there, but they're all Yankees. They're all from the Northeast. Everybody is from someplace else. There's no one from Orlando.
There's no vibe or soul to the city. It's just
plastic.
Yeah.
No roots because it's sand. And I mean that literally and figuratively. There's nobody that has deep roots in Florida. Like my family's from here. This land was, there's great pride in their land. No, man. It's
and you think of it like
it's
it would
a jungle.
And you'd think it'd be some sort of tropical paradise.
No,
it's not that.
No. It's you're in the middle of a jungle. You fight the jungle when you wake up and you see alligators and 6-foot birds in your backyard. And there's iguanas that fall from the trees when it gets. I mean, you're living in the freaking jungle.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Orlando.
But the redeeming grace is you're 30 minutes from the beach. You're 30 minutes from Disney World. You're 30 minutes from Universal Studios. You're 30 minutes from downtown. I mean, it is because it's new. It's easy.
Yeah,
everything is easy and plastic and just not real.
But when the Pro Bowl was in Hawaii,
it was a destination.
You're
man.
30 minutes from the beach, and then if you go the other way, you're 30 minutes from the beach. You go the other way, you're 30 minutes.
Well, think about how far it's fallen that you can't even convince millionaires to come out to Hawaii like for a freebie. They couldn't even. No one wanted to go.
Dude, think about Trevor Lawrence said no. He plays in Jacksonville. It's like a hour and a half drive.
You want to talk about a swamp water?
He's like, nah, I'm good.
So why are we calling this a Pro Bowl? That's all. My point is we can retire it, and we can just call this the All-Star NFL Fun Time, and we do All-Star NFL Fun Time things. Tag, little tug of war.
I wouldn't be mad if they just did away with it altogether. Like, I don't need that event.
No, it's stupid.
Like, it's...
Except for catching footballs from a helicopter.
No, that's
I find
not even that
thrilling.
good.
I think
they do that on Nickelodeon sometimes.
Okay. Maybe we should be sliming more Pro Bowlers.
Maybe we should put, like, the best players on, like, Fear Factor and do, like, a special season of Fear Factor.
All-Star NFL Fear Factor. See, you got to think outside the box, man.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess thinking outside the box is inviting Shedeur. I mean, that's one way to stir up conversation.
How many snakes can you eat before the snakes eat you? Ready, go.
Go. Tommy DeVito, you're up.
Get in there, DeVito.
DeVito, you're in. I already went again.
But I'm full.
I'm full. I ate all the crickets.
And the snake ate my right foot. You ain't tough enough for this league anymore, DeVito.
Yeah. Rivers, get your old ass in here. I'm gonna tie you to the back of an airplane.
We need you to impregnate as many mammals as possible in the next 10 minutes.
Go.
493, 494, 495.
Don't cuss.
Gosh dang it! I only got 495. I feel like I'm disappointed.
Dad, gummit.
Hate to let my family down.
All-Star NFL Fear Factor Fun Night.
There you go. Maybe something like that. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, a couple of stalls off to the shoulder. I-10 westbound at Wurzbach and 1604 southbound at Marbach. Now, still watch out for some icy patches, black ice, ramps, bridges, under those bridges. Still lots of freezing in areas this early morning. So just please be very careful as you head out and about. Slow your roll, friend. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
American Public University offers affordable online degrees that respect your service and sacrifice. Learn more about special rates and grants available to you and your family at apu.apus.edu/military.
Score big with LS Tractors at Dietz Tractor in Seguin, the MVPs of the field. LS Tractors, the star quarterbacks of farming, perfect for tough tasks for farm, ranch, and landscaping. Dietz Tractors has your all-star coaching staff for top-notch equipment. They're not just selling tractors, they're building lasting relationships with unmatched dealer support for parts and maintenance. It's a winning strategy that goes beyond the final whistle. Don't miss the game-winning move. 0% financing available with approved credit on LS Tractors. Start blue, stay blue at Dietz Tractor in Seguin.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants, and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
What's wrong, Cupid? Lost my mojo. These arrows just don't work like they used to. The facts are people fall in love thanks to Connecticut, not poor old Cupid.
You don't say.
Oh, absolutely. Look over there. She's got silky smooth hair thanks to a Connecticut water softener. He's got softer skin and cleaner clothes, and now they're all lovey-dovey. Makes me sick.
Don't feel bad, Cupid. You still have your bow and arrow.
I know a Connecticut runs on kinetic energy like my bow and arrow. There's no computer to break. A Connecticut has it all.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country.
You know, you're right. I love my Connecticut, too. My diapers never looked so white. And my wings, oh, I look good.
Cupid, you can always come to work for me, but you're going to have to wear pants.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Ah, the Internet, a place where your curiosity can flourish, unless online threats stop you. The Internet is wonderful, but you need to protect yourself online. Protect yourself online with NordVPN. NordVPN encrypts your browsing. Its Threat Protection Pro feature helps you block malware, avoid phishing, and stop digital trackers. Get the best deal at NordVPN.com.
Attention Texas hockey fans, the Dallas Stars are breaking out of that January slump. Jason Minix here. Join the Blitz today at McIntyre's North Star location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars. Stick around to watch the Stars take on the St. Louis Blues and register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philadelphia March 29th. The flyaway package includes 2 game tickets, airfare, and hotel. Must be at least 21 years of age to enter. The Stars are entering the home stretch chasing the cup, getting healthy, and one of the best teams in the Western Conference. So come out to McIntyre's North Star tonight for your chance to win exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear during the game and register for the flyaway package to see the Stars take on the Phillies. Stars and Blues tonight. Puck drops at 7. See you at McIntyre's North Star with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Fort Worth, Texas.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live at McIntyre's, the North Star location, with our friends from Flight by Yingling.
Yeah, it's going to end up being a Dallas Stars watch party. Your chance to register for that flyaway. We'll talk a little hockey, but it's football season. Shereen Williams from Pro Football Talk will join us at 5:15.
Who else are the Cowboys blocking from getting an interview with an assistant coach?
The Cowboys blocking somebody?
That's right. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagel, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, Rob, I'm going to just read the latest comment on the Brigade Bar. Actually, Vic,
What?
read the most recent comment on the Brigade Bar.
Did anyone else see how big the Dallas Star jersey was on Jason yesterday?
Not even kidding. During the break, we heard that McIntyre spot, and Rob said, "No one looks good in a hockey jersey."
No matter what, you don't look good in a hockey jersey.
And I said, "Well, that one was a little big on him."
It's a poncho.
A little?
He could wear that to take off of him a mountain and be one of those flying humans.
And that was a small.
I'm telling you,
man.
no one looks good in one. Men should never wear a hockey jersey or a basketball jersey without a T-shirt on.
I've never worn a hockey jersey in my life.
I have hockey jerseys only to wear to the games, though. Like
I get wearing them; they're comfortable, but you don't look good. It's not like it's not a flattering silhouette.
It's not form fitting.
Yeah, it's like putting on a circus tent.
Yes, I like to do that because I'm very self-conscious about my body.
Oh, so it covers everything.
Well, it covers everything. That's for sure.
Yes.
So does a tarp.
Maybe that's why Minix did it too.
I think he was wearing the small. I think he had the schmedium on.
I did a little research since Edwin took the day off today and didn't want to do any research. Lazy. Not, I'm just saying.
Our crack research department.
Yeah.
Just saying, pretty lazy. For the Pro Bowl, the players on the winning team get $92,000.
And people say no.
Players on the losing team
minus taxes
get $46,000.
Losing what? Like all the sidebar events or just the
game?
Man, I wish I was to the point I could turn that down, but
imagine you get basically $50,000 to lose a game of flag football, and then people are like, "No."
I'd show up and say, if you put me in, I'm going to be pissed. I'm not even going to put on shoes, so I'm here.
Like Mac Hollins.
Well, I would be, I would be a lot like, well, I'm just here. I'm like Skittles. I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Yeah,
I'm just here to take the check.
That's right.
I'll sign autographs. I ain't playing.
So maybe Shador needed the money.
$92K, baby.
He did.
Their team's going to win.
Remember, Shador took a huge pay cut to come from college to the NFL.
It was actually he did.
Yeah, so
he's
no
joke.
I got bills to pay, man. I got used to a certain lifestyle playing college football for my dad. Now
I've become accustomed. You have to pay me.
In the real life, it's a lot more difficult.
When is this thing? Saturday?
Sunday, I think.
Sunday?
I mean, football happens on Sundays, even fake football.
Even that.
Yeah.
Well, we got football tonight. Got like the Shrine East-West Blue-Gray.
Oh, I'm not watching
Senior
that nonsense.
Spectacular.
No,
Bowl.
I'm not watching any of that. I'm done with football until
you're not
the Super Bowl.
We got a couple UTSA. We got some UTSA players. University of Texas at San Antonio.
No, I'm good. I'm good on that. I have no interest in those. Like and I'm certainly not going to watch the Pro Bowl. So I don't know why I even care who makes the Pro Bowl. I really don't, because I'm not watching that nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm a snob about football.
You are? So you don't want to see Shad Banks or Robert Henry Jr.?
Those are made-up people.
They are former Roadrunners.
Oh, okay. Well, they're not made up, but then no, I don't want to watch them.
Our former coach is going to be the head coach of the East-West Shrine Bowl.
Who's our former coach?
White Cotton, the guy who's leaving us to go to the Titans.
Oh. So are you going to watch? Are you not going to watch in protest?
I'm anti-Shriner.
Yeah.
I actually did the Shrine Bowl one year.
Did you?
I did the.
You voiced it?
I did. Well, no, I did the play-by-play.
Look at you
with the. Well, I didn't. I did color for the Shrine Bowl. It was here in San Antonio, and I got to meet the Grand Poobah. I got to meet the head Shriner,
the guy that has like a monkey on his shoulder.
No, well, he should. He has a
the
king
real tall
fez.
hat.
He has the fez, the round red hat.
Yeah,
that went like it was like the Fred Flintstone.
Yeah.
It went to the moon, and it was festooned with all these things.
Yeah,
I met the Grand Poobah,
but he didn't have a monkey.
He should have. No, maybe he did.
I thought they always had one with them, like the
why
main
do you think
one.
They have a monkey
just because it makes kids happy.
Well, I think you might have seen like the Shriners that ride around those little go-karts.
Yeah.
I think that group might have a monkey.
Well, they do that to make kids happy.
Yeah, that's everything they do is for the kids.
Yeah. Well, so why wouldn't the Grand Poobah have a monkey?
I didn't notice. I was busy. But here's what happened. So I'm doing the color to this Shrine Bowl. Remember Dan Gradkowski? He was a quarterback. He had a hell of a game. So it's fourth quarter, and the guy that's doing play-by-play turns to me and goes, "How far is the airport from here?" And I went, it was at the Alamo Dome. I said, "It's right up the road. You're probably once you're in the car, you're 10 minutes max from the airport." He goes, "Well, I got to go." So the guy that was doing national play-by-play for Westwood One got up and left the broadcast.
So you guys were on ESPN or like on TV or on the radio?
It was both. This is yes. And the guy that was doing the play-by-play, I was doing color with my brother. The guy that's doing play-by-play gets up and leaves at the start of the fourth quarter, leaving my brother and I to close out a Shrine Bowl on national TV and radio.
All right. Well,
the reason this happened was,
the
Grand
players
Poobah walked in. Well, the Grand Poobah walked in and shook hands. We did the interview. You're supposed to, whatever.
Sure.
And once that interview was done, he handed us our checks. The guys that the cadre, his posse, they paid us.
Okay.
Once he got the check, he left.
That doesn't seem right.
It doesn't seem professional at all, does it?
No.
I don't know if it ruined his career or not. It didn't seem to help mine.
Do you know his name?
I cannot remember it.
I'd want to know.
I would, for the life of me, I probably wouldn't say it if I did, but I don't remember.
Were you on ESPN or ESPN2?
Oh, I think we were on the Ocho.
Okay.
This is no.
Yes.
Actually, I think we were doing it. It was a Fox broadcast, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
It was. I don't think it was ESPN.
Do you remember, Bruce Gradkowski is the name you remember?
He was the quarterback, ended up getting drafted by Cleveland. He had a hell of a night. And in the
he
fourth
played
quarter,
at,
the night got better.
Toledo, right?
Yeah, he was out of Toledo. And in the fourth quarter, the night got better because I couldn't remember anybody's name. So that we were just, Gradkowski was the one I could remember, and I knew he was the one running around.
So, name another quarterback from that. Was it 2005 or 6?
It was right there.
So, once Reggie McNeil came in the game,
I don't
you
think
just
McNeil,
did you
that
keep
might
calling
have been
him?
why we got the gig.
Did you keep calling him Bruce Gradkowski?
I remember McNeil, but he might have been in that game.
Oh, well, I was bringing up a random person from that era, but
I don't know why I got the gig to start with. But anyway, maybe it was an Aggie connection. But anyway, yeah, we ended up
Coach
doing.
Fran hooked you up.
Might have been his last best effort as Aggie coach.
That's funny.
Getting me to do the Shrine Bowl.
Rob, you've been a big supporter of mine, and
we both landed on our feet.
There you go.
Whatever happened to Fran?
I don't know.
He's on a milk carton, right?
He is gone. I believe he is. He's in the wind.
He was an ill-gotten gain.
Yeah. I think. God, where do you think he is these days?
Coach Fran. He had kind of a whiny voice.
Has not coached since 2015.
Well, he's living off his settlement with us.
When he left Texas State.
Oh, that's right. He ended up at Texas State.
It doesn't even say he's just a former. I guess he's just a retired old coach now.
Good for him.
Hey, if you got it like that, you got it. Good for him. Like you said, he was paid handsomely enough.
Both come and go
to leave Alabama and Texas A&M.
We stole that fool. Can you imagine? We
Imagine A&M stealing the head coach
Stole
from
them,
Alabama.
and it was a pox on both of our houses. Best thing ever happened to them, and worst to us.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Thank you."
Yep. All right, we'll be right back. We'll wrap up the first hour of the program. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
It's 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars $50K Big Game Giveaway. Predict the exact score of the big game in Santa Clara, California, and you could score $50,000. Make your predictions now at sasportstar.com. The $50K Big Game Giveaway, brought to you by Dietz Tractor. Score big with Dietz Tractor in Seguin and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Progressive knows there are two things RV owners love: to travel and relax. And they like to take both nice and slow. Just like this commercial. And what's more relaxing than the peace of mind knowing their RV is protected by Progressive? Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Celebrate the 17th annual Pork Rind Appreciation Day with PorkRinds.com and NFL legend Devin Hester. We're teaming up to support the Gridiron Greats Assistance Fund, helping retired players get the medical care they deserve. Want to get in the game? Visit PorkRinds.com to play their Crunch Time Hero game and enter daily to win a trip to the 2027 big game in LA, plus a year's supply of pork rinds. Grab the perfect low-carb snack and be your own Pork Rind Appreciation Day hero today at PorkRinds.com.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I'm opening a second location for my coffee shop this year?
I smell trouble brewing.
I needed to print new menus, loyalty cards, window signage, so I went to Staples.
That'll cost you a latte. Get it?
Uh-huh. Actually, I saved $100 on my print order, and everything looks amazing.
Well, grind my beans and call me impressed.
Staples made it easy.
If your business needs to print, let's go Staples.
That was easy.
Offer valid in-store and online. Ends 1/31. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Uncover the root of your problems and improve the quality of your life. I'm Dr. Torres from the Institute for Functional Health. For more than a decade, we have helped people restore energy, vitality, libido, and drive. Most patients come to us because they feel unheard or stuck. Schedule your discovery day. We'll talk about your history, run advanced testing, and build a personalized plan that fits your life. We have helped thousands of people just like you. Call 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. 210-468-1891.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-269-3394. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-269-3394. 800-269-3394. 800-269-3394.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Turn that S up. Hey, good morning, everybody. The musings of American poet Zachary De La Rocha.
We need a little bit more of this kind of... Normally, culturally, when there is unrest, when there is strife, great art springs from the friction. And we need... I get the sense that what's gone on in the last couple of years, we're about to get some good music coming.
Maybe.
We always have.
I mean, Taylor Swift did have a new album a couple months ago.
See, that's enough. There you go. Proves my point.
Yeah. War for Gore, the son of a drug lord. None of the above. Cut the cord.
Or maybe we'll just recycle this. They're not going to get any better.
I mean, it's all the same stuff. That's the good thing. If you rap about corruption in politics, it usually holds up.
Did you ever watch Portlandia?
It'll always fit.
Did you ever watch Portlandia?
A little bit.
So
it's a little highbrow for me.
Yeah, there was one episode where it was a bunch of old middle-class dudes who were getting their band back together, so they're having this little wine and cheese party, and they were like a little post-punk band, so as soon as they went on, they totally went total British, started trashing the place. These like middle-aged dudes playing their punk. It was pretty funny.
I was watching, I'll tell you what, we've been watching Landman, and if you are married, Landman will make you feel like your wife is less crazy.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Every dude thinks like his wife has like a little crazy in her.
And if she doesn't, you didn't marry well.
And
You'd be a little
then
crazy.
and then you see her, and I'm like, man,
she's a definition.
That girl is nuts.
Like throwing plates against the wall.
I don't have enough money, time, effort, alcohol.
None of
I don't have enough. Whatever you need, I don't got enough of it.
The way she went shopping, just all
I feel so bad for him.
No, I don't feel bad for him at all.
I do.
Oh my God. No. It's just a little, things that are expensive cost.
She did win $300K though.
She went doubled down. She'd have had me sweating.
I'll take it.
Vince says the Pro Bowl's next Tuesday, February 3rd. So no, they couldn't book the stadium for a weekend. So
we got more important things.
Yeah,
they got a cheaper rate on the hotels. The NFL was like, yeah, I guess.
Come on.
You got a rack rate.
Yeah. They're staying in like the old rundown that you used to be part of Disney, but now they're not anymore.
Oh yeah, that area of town.
Oh,
where there's like a broke down RV in the parking lot.
Yeah, the Cousin Eddie.
You're in the right hotel when there's lawn chairs outside every door.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. All right. 1 hour down, 3 hours to go.
Party.
They're going to be good ones. I do want to talk about this soccer situation and the idea of that coming up next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
KTFM Floresville, your home for the Super Bowl. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by American Public University. American Public University offers affordable online degrees that respect your service and sacrifice. Learn more about special rates and grants available to you and your family at apu.apus.edu/military.
Get real results for your health this new year with Synergenics and Low T Center. For a limited time, the men's TRT test is free, and the ladies take $200 off the women's hormone test. Say no to diet trends, questionable online treatments, and deceptive prices from other places. Looking for the best? Synergenics and Low T Center are the leading experts. Meet with a real provider, get real medication, and see real results. Learn more at GetMyHealthFix.com. For Synergenics and Low T Center, GetMyHealthFix.com.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Save on appliances at the Home Depot with up to $1,000 off, plus up to an extra $500 off select appliances like Whirlpool that can keep up with your busy routine. The Home Depot has Whirlpool laundry appliances with Fan Fresh. This feature fans and tumbles your laundry after it's done to help keep your clothes fresh until you're ready to grab them. Shop now and get up to $1,000 off, plus free delivery on select appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $999 or more. Offer valid January 8th through the 28th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Hey, I got you something.
What's this?
Just a little Galentine's gift from Jewelry Television.
JTV, I love their jewelry. I had my eye on this pearl bracelet on JTV.com. Plus, I love their colored gemstone jewelry. And oh, have you seen their gold?
Right now, take up to 70% off select jewelry and gifts at JTV.com.
You are not going to believe their gemstones and their artisan collections. Gorgeous.
Are you going to open your gift?
It's the pearl bracelet.
Visit JTV.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and heads up. Couple of new trouble spots. 410 northbound, just past South Cross, southeast side of town. Got an accident. It is off to the shoulder. Still a little bit of stop and go from South WW White. And then Wetmore at Wurzbach. Get reports of a wreck. If you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out. 210-785-2601. Now, we still do have some icy patches in areas. A lot of that wet area did refreeze overnight, so just be careful as you head out and about. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs had both Steph Castle and Dylan Harper selected for the Rising Stars game at All-Star Weekend. In the NFL, Cowboys return man Kevontae Turpin has been added to the Pro Bowl roster. In other Cowboy news, they've interviewed Steelers outside linebackers coach Denzel Martin for the same role on their staff. While the Turk visited the Cowboys, they're letting go of defensive pass coordinator Andre Curtis, quarterbacks coach David Overstreet II, and linebackers coach Dave Borgonzi, all of which will not return in 26. Also not returning is defensive line coach Aaron Whitecotton, who is leaving the Cowboys to coach the Titans defensive line, reuniting with Robert Saleh. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Good morning, everybody. It's your old buddies, AJ and Rob, on a Tuesday morning. And a happy Tuesday to you. Rob loves Tuesdays.
I do. I'm reading a text from my brother. He's talking Rising
mess?
Star and All-Star game.
Oh. Is he very excited?
Yeah. We had the announcement. Got a couple Spurs going to be the Rising Stars. He said... I do agree. He's like, he texted me, and I completely agree with him. This is a historic rookie class, and it's going to be backed up with another historic rookie class. But when you look at this, Cooper Flagg, Cedric Coward, Igor Dimon, VJ Edgecombe, Jeremiah Fears, Dylan Harper, Trey Johnson, Con Kneipel, Colin Murray Boyles, Derek Queen. That's a pretty solid class, pretty stellar class. All of them have proven to they've leveled up. Every one of them
made up for last year, which really stunk.
Yeah, it's funny how you go ebb and flow like this. Yeah. And this year was good, and next year appears to be even better. If you watched last night, we talked about it already. We saw 2 top 10 picks go at each other.
Yeah,
really spectacular. And for the Spurs to have 2, 3, if you include David Jones Garcia, who's playing in the G League part, pretty stellar on the Spurs part. 2 years in a row, having 2 guys. The NBA talent page is turning. We got a good youth movement.
Well, I mean, the year, obviously the Wemby year. Hey, you that's your 1 in a million chance. But to get Steph Castle out of a class that otherwise looks like it was pretty lame.
Absolutely.
You get a player, that's a big deal. If let's say there might be 5 or 6 longtime NBA players out of that draft, and you got one that might be the best of the bunch. That's a good get. I mean, Harper was hard. It's hard to miss on.
You better not have missed.
But they could have listened to some people and took an Ace Bailey instead. But no, they've had good fortune the last few years. Hopefully that. We were talking before the show. You got a top 10 pick this year.
Oh, yeah.
You're probably getting somebody pretty good.
Good news. It's funny when we balance what we just talked about, the silliness that is the Pro Bowl, at least the NBA continues to try to make it relevant. Now, I know it's very different situations. Mid-season, guys aren't trying to go to Baja or to Fiji, but there is a...
But it's also a stupid game.
Yeah,
they don't try, and it's like that's why the ratings are in the tank. I don't know.
But while the Sunday game... I mean, it's cool if you're there. It's hard to watch. The Saturday night stuff is still pretty fun. Because the kids are new to it. They wake up and thinking it's going to be.
It used to be. Now the best guys don't want to do the dunk contest.
Oh, yeah.
And the dunk contest is like, the dunk contest used to be so great. Now it's like, oh, you get 22 tries. It's like.
Oh, yeah. But the guys that are there.
And then everybody throws up a 10 on your 20th try.
But the guys that are there, that are playing in that rookie challenge and they're doing all, they care. This is their first time on stage, when we're dealing with Dylan Harper, who's going to be in the All-Star stuff, and you can see they're wide-eyed, and they're coming to, make their bones. So I do like Saturday night a whole lot more than Sunday.
I have been reading about this, and I'm not a soccer expert, Rob. You're the soccer expert.
Oh, yeah,
on this
I'm in
show.
it.
Actually,
we call it football in my house.
Vic is the soccer expert on this show because he's Latino. So Vic, we'll need your expertise here, Vic.
We're going to need your cafe side.
So ex-FIFA president Sepp Blatter.
Oh, he's on the up and up, straight as an arrow, Mr. Blatter.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's not. But
that guy's the devil.
Yeah, he's apparently well respected in the soccer world.
No, okay, as respected as you can be in the criminal underground that is
that is professional soccer. Sure. Longtime FIFA president. He came out yesterday and told fans to stay away from World Cup matches in the United States. The Mark Peeth, who is a Swiss anti-corruption expert, said that fans should avoid traveling to the U.S. for the World Cup, questioning whether or not we are a suitable host. And it's kind of gotten us into the conversation now of where's this going, like, are we going to be one of these countries? I never pictured it a world where where Russia isn't allowed to host these events, and we're like, okay, well, yeah, everybody just accepts. Well, Russia's not allowed to host these things.
Well,
sorry. Now it's like, are we going to be that? Is that possible?
For me, there's two sides to the sporting world. There's the professional side, and then there is I'm using air quotes, the amateur Olympic side, which obviously it's not. When we're dealing with like the FIFA side of things, or the NBA or the NFL or these leagues that are bringing money and stardom and investment, they're showing up to, it's a prize. You bid for it. That's one thing. And I do think because of the commerce involved, that I have no problem with FIFA types saying, don't go. But I do think we learned our lesson, and I hope the rest of the world learns their lesson, that the Olympics is separate and sacrosanct. We don't touch the Olympics. And we still talk about boycotting the 1980 Olympics. It was one of the worst things culturally we ever did. And, even though the Russian Federation has done what they've done, we've adopted a flag. Okay, we'll put politics aside. You can still come and compete for your own, maybe not for your for your country's glory, but for whatever glory you choose to find, and you'll compete under a white flag. We've kept that part of sport the great unifier. And I get saying don't come for FIFA, and I get people saying don't go to a game in Brazil with the NFL because of X, Y, and Z, whatever that might be. But when we get to the Olympics, you don't boycott. You don't. You send your people, and you allow people freedom of access to come, because that is the one thing we still got that still brings everybody.
Well, if you remember 1936.
Berlin.
If you remember, like I do, 1936, the Berlin Olympics were basically a propaganda.
And we knew what we were going to, but we went.
But at the time, apparently, there were several calls to say, don't go to this. And everybody turned up anyway, and it ends up being like this big coup for Hitler. Like,
it really wasn't. They lost. They thought in their eyes it was.
Did, but at the time,
I'm talking about in the Olympics, the Americans beat them significantly in the medals. I mean, it was a chance for Hitler to stand and do all that kind of stuff. But the idea was that's secondary. Okay, do what you got to do, but go compete. Don't keep people from coming. In fact, Berlin was welcoming the world in. They set the table. They wanted people to come and look at them. But the fact is, the competition went on. We went. And we still look back at that Olympics in 80 and think, what a tragic, tragic error that was. It's just, if for nothing else, it's an opportunity for people to get on the street and just say, we're going to put stuff aside for a couple of weeks. The Palestinians and Israelis, guess what? We invited everybody back after the 72 debacle, after the Palestinians took the Israelis hostage. Guess what? They came back in 76. We got back together despite all of that. So I think when we're talking FIFA, I get it. That's a professional enterprise that is built to make freaking money. And if you want to boycott it, that's the quickest way to affect both sides of this. But let's maintain the Olympic movement. Put that aside. I know it's coming to L.A. We need to ensure that we do everything we can. But the rest of the world, guess what, man? We didn't want to have to go here and there, but we went because that's what the Olympics is.
Yeah.
Don't bar the door. Let them in.
Well, there are some discussions now in Germany. German football leaders are convening to discuss whether or not to pull their team out of the World Cup.
That's a huge deal, man. Think of what we have done to cause this.
It would be massive.
And they'll regret it forever.
We didn't do anything.
Well, actually, it's you, Vic. The Germans were saying, Vic Brown,
And I get why, but I tell you what, as a federation, as a people, as a country, they'll regret it forever. They'll look back and there'll be guys that were culturally stars that will never get another opportunity, will never be what they were at this given moment. I'm telling you, it sounds like a good offing, and I get why you're doing it, but at the end of the day, keep in mind, you're just keeping young athletes as political pawns. At the end of the day, you're choosing that to be a chess piece when it shouldn't be. And I get why, but I think the decision makes sense in the moment, but in the arc of time, when you look back on those, you go, we probably should have gone. And I know that the U.S. still regrets the fact that we lost a generation because we didn't go to an Olympic.
Yeah, I first of all, and again, I don't want to get overly political. What I do believe is that everyone who thinks like this would be a big stick in the eye for the president, I don't think the president cares one bit.
No.
But it would be a very it is very difficult to get these World Cups. It's just very difficult to get the Olympics. It's a long bid process. Yeah. There's a lot of money that goes
there's only a couple of countries in the world that can even afford to do it.
Yeah.
It's a very limited group, and they bid through the nose to do.
Yeah. So if it does not now come, now that it's supposed to be here, come on, Vic, grow up.
That was an
Put your phone on vibrate or something.
FIFA anthem.
Good golly. But yeah, if now that it's upon us and
so they're not going to come to the place where the inaugural holder of the Peace Prize?
He didn't win the Peace Prize, remember?
No, he did win the FIFA World Peace Prize.
Oh yeah.
He did win that.
That's true. I don't know that, and people I guess these foreigners are calling it. They say boycott Trump's World Cup. Again, I think that it's overblown how much Trump. I don't know.
Think about the optics, though, because
he might not even be aware the World Cup's happening.
We got to remember when they had the announcement, he was holding the trophy. They put that thing around his neck. The rest of the world watched that a whole lot closer than we did because that's soccer. We don't give a crap. They do, and the rest of the world saw him hijacking the World Cup. They gave him a freaking Peace Award. What? Remember when they first announced he was the one that had to be there to give the announcement? No, this is Trump's FIFA. In the eyes of the rest of the world. Now, here in the United States, no, we don't care. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
But to the rest of the world, that was front and center 6 o'clock news.
I will say, I guess 8 years ago, the World Cup was in Russia.
It's been in Russia. It's been in South Africa. It's been in the
Qatar.
UAE. It's been in places that were not friendly.
Yeah, Qatar is they built their stadiums with slave labor, and we showed up there. I don't know. I'm
that's sport, and when you use participants, athletes as chess pieces, immediately you're on the wrong side of the fence. The moment you start doing that.
Yeah. It was in
on both sides.
I don't know how many years ago it was, but in the last 20 years, it's been in South Africa. There's plenty of strife there.
We do things in bad places to fix the bad place. We go there and shake hands as athletes and not as citizens, and that's been kind of the thread through humanity forever. That's the one thing we can all agree on is we can meet together and athletically challenge each other without shooting at each other.
So I guess as an American, I mean, I want people to come to our country. I want people to see, the good things about the United States, which I think there are still many good things.
Yeah, and they're still coming.
You think so?
Oh, the tickets have sold out. Yeah, this is the biggest thing in the world.
How big of a deal would it be? And maybe
if the Germans back out, it'll be the first domino of several. But I don't think the Germans.
Because when the U.S. pulled out of the Olympics in 1980, how many countries followed?
Not many. Not many. The Brits, I mean, our coalition still went. They realized the importance. And I think the moment we decided not to go, we realized we've made a tactical error, both athletically and geopolitically. It was a bad move.
Let's see. When Jimmy Carter initiated the boycott, 65 nations refused to attend.
Mm-hmm.
80 countries sent athletes.
It was a mistake. I think it prolonged the Afghanistan conflict. There were some things that were geopolitical. The reason why we didn't go was because Russia had
Jimmy Carter made a bad decision. Is what you're telling
actually,
me?
Considering the time, yeah, he was a buffer, good man, not a good president. But the idea is something we still look back on and go, we'll never do that again.
Okay. Well, I'm interested to see it. I'm interested to see how people treat it.
I think at the end of the day, this is sword rattling on both sides.
I think so, too.
But I would regret the fact that we've come to this point, but I implore anybody that is thinking of backing out, don't.
Yeah.
The best thing that could happen is everybody get together, and maybe you do it under the watchful eye of the Stasi or whatever it might be, but you show up and you do it because it gets us all in the same room.
I think Germany's too good at soccer to
That's what I'm saying.
Pass up. It's too big of a deal to those people.
Yeah, I mean, it truly matters. And for them to even rattle that sword tells you the place we've come.
Yeah. I don't know. I do find it wild that we're on that side of things now. I never in a million years would have thought people would be like, oh, we can't go there.
Oh. You certainly don't want to pull out your passport and let people see that blue cover.
Yeah.
A lot of places.
Well, all right. Let's take a break. We'll get back into some happier times on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
I got a question for you. How are you treating your MVP, your most valuable pet? Do they obey? Do you have the confidence that they have the obedience to be amongst people? If you got a problem with the obedience, let me tell you, you got to get them trained up. Whether you do it or somebody else like Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, your life gets better and so does your pet. And the training that you can get at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is far and away the best you're going to see. Obedience, it's immediate. You see immediate response, whether they do it or you're working with the dogs. I can't recommend them enough. And that's just part of what Bunkin' Biscuit does. Their daily boarding service, whether you're dropping off for work or you're running a bunch of errands, you want to make sure your dog's watched after, or the getaway weekends or the long vacations, they got you covered. They've got the kennel, they've got the space, 17,000 square feet of space, hop, skip, and a jump from the airport, open early, open late, people on staff all the time. Everything you're looking for to take care of your MVP, your most valuable pets, you're going to find at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. So there's so much more than training, though I cannot recommend that enough because they've done wonderful jobs with mine. Make sure you call them ahead of time. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit for a weekend, for a day, for a long vacation. No better place than Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. Call them today, go by, and I know you're going to thank me later.
It's 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Big Game Giveaway. Predict the exact score of the big game in Santa Clara, California, and you could score $50,000. Make your predictions now at sasportstar.com. The 50K Big Game Giveaway, brought to you by Dietz Tractor. Score big with Dietz Tractor in Seguin and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Find what you love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low. It just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
With curbside pickup and delivery available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine and More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention Tax Slayer even has support from real US-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. Tax Slayer. File fearlessly.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Hey, look here. First of all, welcome y'all to the Players International Ball. Hey. Yay. The Max. Rob Thompson, AJ Hoffman.
Is Jeff Saturday wearing eyeliner?
Kind of looks like it. Mascara, maybe?
Looks like he didn't get all the makeup off from last night.
Now, those caterpillars above his eyes are
I mean, those are serious.
Look at that.
They are serious.
I'm not one to talk. I'm not
right?
going to say anything.
Listen, man. This goes for men and women. I don't know what eyebrows are supposed to look like.
Not like that.
But I know when they look messed up. I know when it's not how they're not supposed to look, and I'll be like, oh, whoa.
And now you can fix them with like tattoos.
I know, but there's
if you've gone too far, you can come back.
There's gals who
they use Sharpies.
They do it intentionally, and I'm like, that looks crazy.
I like the look that when you always look surprised. I like the arch eyebrow that you always look like you're shocked.
Or the real thin one.
You combine the thin eyebrow with a
little arch,
with a little
or
lift,
a peak,
with a little lift, and you've got that constantly shocked look. I like that look. Like they're surprised when they see something they didn't expect.
I've literally seen a woman use an actual Sharpie.
Oh.
I swear.
Oh, the cholas in my day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
With that heavy makeup.
I like that thick Groucho Marx look. Oh. It arouses the beast in my trousers. It awakens the beast in my khakis and Stacy's.
They know what they're doing with that.
Oh, my flannel's getting hot.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Name's Carmen.
We've talked a little bit about the decision to let Charles Bediako play college basketball.
For those unaware, former G League dude Gets paid.
Guy left Alabama in 2023.
Left 23, goes to the G League, gets paid for a couple years, decides that's not for me, goes back to Alabama.
Yep. And there was basically the Alabama booster.
Known as His Honor.
Yes. He basically granted a temporary restraining order to extend 10 days the window for Bediako to figure out if he could play. So basically he was allowed to play for 10 days. The weather has delayed even further, and the NCAA filed a motion yesterday asking the judge to recuse himself from the case.
I think they have probably good standing in asking.
I would think so.
Although he'll say no, but it's probably a worthy ask.
Bediako was granted that 10-day restraining order. He played immediately for Alabama, and that barred the NCAA from punishing Alabama for allowing him to play.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean they get to go to the tournament, but they can let him play.
Yeah, there is a selection committee. So unless Alabama wins the SEC title, there is a world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that they'll do that. I think that's a big can of worms.
Yeah, but the you can beat the rat, but you can't beat the ride might come into play here.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, they will not get friendly seating. I can tell you that. They held a press conference or a status conference virtually yesterday because Taylor Askew, one of the NCAA attorneys, was unable to get there because of the weather issues.
Mm-hmm.
Judge James H. Roberts, the Honorable James H. Roberts, extended that temporary restraining order for 10 days after the NCAA agreed that there exists good cause to extend it.
He is a fine basketball player and a better young man.
The initial TRO, which was granted on last Wednesday, was expected to remain in effect for 10 days or until a hearing could take place. A full hearing will be set at a later date. The NCAA is asking Roberts to recuse himself amid questions about his objectivity. Roberts and his wife are listed as active donors on the website for Alabama's Crimson Tide Foundation, which supports the university's athletes.
Well, that's half the state there, Judge.
It is.
You know what I mean? So it's going to be very hard for them to win this, but it's a worthy request.
The NCAA has faith in the judicial process and does not currently contend the court has an actual bias, partiality, or prejudice.
Go Tide. Roll Tide.
Similarly, the NCAA does not allege that any actual bias motivated the court's granting.
No, they wouldn't do anything like that.
Instead, the NCAA contends that proceeding in this court has created an impermissible appearance of impropriety because of the intense media scrutiny and public speculation surrounding the court's relationship with the University of Alabama and its athletic programs. He did play on Saturday against Tennessee. He scored 13 points. His first college game in 3 years, scored 13 points. They lost anyway, which is kind of funny. Alabama hosts Missouri today, and then they go to Florida on Sunday. And my assumption is Charles Bediako is going to be playing at least today against Missouri. It's so weird to me that I don't know. I understand why they want to come back. I get it. But also, once you make the decision, and even if someone lies to you and tells you, oh, you're a first-round pick, and then you go undrafted, I mean, this has just always been what it's been.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's right. You know,
but what I don't think is right is going to play professional basketball for 3 years, deciding you're not good enough to play professional basketball,
and then coming back and playing professional basketball. Well, coming back to get paid to play professional basketball with a different uniform on. I mean, that's what he's doing. Let's not kid ourselves. They're all professional athletes getting paid now. It's not like he just happens to be a bit older. I'm not saying this is right. The fault lies here. Just because you can do something, Alabama, just because who's the AD for Alabama? I forget his name. Just Greg Byrne.
Yeah.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Just because, there's a legal loophole. Yeah, you found a gray area. Just because you found that space between propriety and impropriety, just because you found something that's not quite morally on your compass, doesn't mean you should do it. Doesn't mean that you should go push that envelope. And it was a matter of time because there was a loophole. There was a gap, and gaps are always filled. Vacuums fill. That's part of science. But just because you could doesn't mean you should, because we're going to have to fix this. We're going to have to fix it, and this can't happen for a lot of reasons. There are barriers to entry in a lot of professions. You have to get certified. You have to go through the union. There's a lot of things and a lot of other places that you don't have freedom of access to employment. And we're trying to find, this is an employment issue. This isn't a basketball issue. This is, how are you employed? Are you employed and paid by a professional organization like, what was he with, the Lakers or wherever he was? Or are you with this newfound professional amateur organization called the Alabama basketball program?
He was playing for the Motor City Cruise.
So Detroit, probably. So he was playing for Detroit. Just because it's a matter of who's paying you and how you are allowed to go there as a student. This has nothing to do with basketball, but we have to fill this gap. And it's Alabama's gonna split the baby here. There is a problem. I do think we realize that 18-year-olds get led astray, and maybe we can fix something. But this isn't right. This is going to get fixed, and Alabama's going to lose. They know they're going to lose. Bediako knows they're going to lose. But they got 10 days, and hopefully they'll start something that will fix what I do think has been a problem.
I don't know what the end result of this is going to be, but I do know whatever decision gets made is going to set a crazy precedent.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He's going to lose. They can't leave this door open. Now, there's going to be another suit coming. The TRO is just a slowdown. They know. I don't know where the law lies. I don't have no idea, but there will be an answer, and the void will be filled. And the TRO is a stall tactic, just to get the guy on the court to now he'll have a case that he has been impeded from playing once they take him off. He had to get on there to be taken off to where now the case comes.
You know, Josh Primo has eligibility left at Alabama.
He does. He absolutely does.
He was a freshman, right? He played 1 year, I think.
By the he did put on a Spurs uniform. He did get above the G League. So I don't know. I'm just saying the only difference from that to this is
that he was drafted. But I mean, what I'm saying is, where's the line?
I don't know.
If they're saying, okay, the guy played 3 seasons in the G League.
They keep moving on. I don't know where the line is. You're right. The line has moved too far, but they keep moving it. So we're going to have to straighten the line out and put some kind of temporary hold to it, because where this is going, we're not there yet. And I don't know which way it's going to go. I get it. I'm telling you, AJ, it's not going to go the way you think at the end. There's going to be some freedom of movement. There's going to be
guys who have full-blown NBA careers, and once they wash out of the NBA,
I don't think it'll ever go that far. But I do, because they'll I mean, you could put an age something in there, like they've kept the NFL has kept the age to come in. I mean, there's some things that you can do to kind of build a wall without actually codifying it. But we can't have this. We can't have 27-year-olds going back to college to get paid. But again, I argue there's always a feel-good story every year. The 45-year-old dude who just got out of the Army that wanted to play football and is playing someplace.
Yeah.
What's the problem with that? We don't have a problem with that.
Well, he didn't go play professional sports.
Well, he was doing something else. He's been lifting weights for the last 40 years.
Job? Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, his job just happened to be something else. But who are we to say? I mean, again, when you get down to the individual basis of who are you to say? I mean, if he's good enough to go play, go play.
Yeah.
You know, once we crossed the line to paying these kids, we opened up a Pandora's box, the likes of which that everybody knew was coming, but we didn't know
There's no
it
more
was coming like
this is amateur athletics.
Oh, no, not at all. And like I said, this is an employment issue. This isn't a basketball. This is all about how you're paid, who pays you, and who is allowed to pay you. This is what this is about.
Yeah, I hope that this. I hope. I mean, I guess Bediako's likely to play tonight.
Oh, I guarantee he's playing.
I hope that they nip this in the bud, because I do think this opens up a big can of worms. That, you know, what happens if Jeremy Sohan's contract expires and
he has 0 college experience, so he has 4 years minimum. Oh, well, he has 1 year at Baylor.
He played at Baylor a year, yeah. But now he can go back to Baylor for 3 years?
You tell me. You tell me. This is a painting that is uncompleted.
Kevin Love retires. Can he go back to UCLA?
Well, I think that's the thing where you could find another way to keep this from happening without addressing the actual problem. I don't know where that would be, but you'd find an answer.
It's just crazy. I mean, you know what would be the biggest coup in history for a college athletics program? What if Michael Jordan decides, I want to play with my last year at North Carolina? Like, how much money would flow into North Carolina for that 1 year? I mean, it's It's insane, but that could happen.
Well, right now,
Technically.
and I think every judge that's going to see this, whether it's an arbitrator or next, whatever court it lands in, yes, that's going to be the argument that's brought. What? Look at the door that you're about to open. That's why it won't happen. But because you have to argue the ridiculous,
Right.
You have to argue to the extent of where this could go. And you're right. You argue the ridiculous, but if you leave the door open, the ridiculous is going to happen.
is what gets brought up.
Yes, that's what's going to happen for a lot of reasons, because at the end of the day, it comes down to the money and how it's paid and who gets to receive it and where you get to be when you get paid and how long you get paid. And if it's just dollars and cents, it's really easy to make an amoral decision.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, I want to talk some football, and I want to discuss whether or not what happened this year with Seattle is the new model. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
You know, I met Dr. Jacob Torres 10 years ago. Earlier today, I was sitting in the studio talking about what I was doing way back when, and I turned to James. Famous James said, I was a big guy back then. I weighed 300 pounds. He goes, man, you're big now. I said, you think I'm big now? You should have seen me then. You know, Dr. Torres convinced me that I could lose weight. And for a lot of us, just the convincing part is the hardest step, because you probably tried and lost and tried and put on more weight and tried and felt worse. That's the difference. Dr. Torres puts together programs that work for every individual individually, because the programs are only made for you. And the way it works is astounding to me, because I started understanding how my body worked and what I could do to lose weight, and it was a snowball effect. I started feeling better and better. And this has nothing to do with semaglutides. It has nothing to do with shots or pills. This is you, and it works. So give them a call today. The number's 210-468-1891. I'm not going to lie to you and say it's easy. It hadn't been, but it's the best thing I've ever done for myself. And if it's time to lose weight, there is no better place to go than the Institute for Functional Health and Dr. Jacob Torres. Call him today. Go by and see him, and I know you'll thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, still working that wreck on the southeast side at 410 northbound, just past South Cross, up to the shoulder, and Wetmore at Wurzbach. Got a minor accident. A stall at I-10 westbound at 410 is off to the shoulder, and another at 90 eastbound Nogalitos right shoulder block. So we are expecting roads to continue to be icy in areas through tomorrow afternoon. So just be very careful. Slow down as you head out and about on the roadways. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Start the year in dry at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. All Silverado 1500s get 1.9% financing plus an additional $1,250 trade-in rebate. Or buy a new Colorado for only $28,999. And the affordable Trax is only $346 a month with zero down. Plus, all heavy duties have 5.9% financing for 84 months. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes by Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Lowe's knows how to turn big plans into real results. Whether it's new appliances or a home refresh, get started with 12-month special financing on purchases of $299 or more with a MyLowe's Rewards credit card, January 15th through the 30th. So you can invest in your upgrade now and pay over time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer subject to credit approval and cannot be combined. Minimum monthly payment required. See store or Lowe's.com for details.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, that's what people say. Hey, good morning. Super Bowl is set. Seahawks and the Patriots. Seattle, I've talked about for a long time, the way that New England got here has kind of been if there's been 2 ways to get to the Super Bowl. You either have Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady on your team, or you have a quarterback on a rookie deal with a great roster built around him. And the
first way is the way to do it.
It seems like the easiest way. That's the way I would do it.
Yeah.
But it does seem that the other option has been pretty successful over the last 15 years. It's been a pretty good
the rookie quarterback on the Mahomes.
Well, if your quarterback is named Mahomes, Brady, or Manning,
what's his 25 years of Super Bowl?
You have the easiest chance to win a Super Bowl. If your quarterback is not named that, the best way to do it has been to have a quarterback on a rookie deal with a great roster around him. The Seahawks decided instead of, and this is I want to relate this kind of to what's going on in college football. Indiana could have, they could have brought in a freshman quarterback.
I get where you're going.
Instead, they're like, okay, let's go find a guy who's been okay somewhere else. We'll put him with our roster that's better than the roster he's been with and see if we can coach him up and get the most out of him.
We'll find the undervalued talent.
Yeah, and that's what Sam Darnold kind of has been.
Well, he is. Name another one.
This is the
it's
first.
Hard. This is hard.
The first.
Well, we could have had Bo Nix, which is a different style.
Bo Nix would have been a rookie quarterback,
but a different
he would have been
style,
on a rookie
but
contract.
a different flavor, but a different style of idea. I think that that's why I love Sean Payton, and I love the way that Kubiak is what he's done in Seattle, is understanding the limitations of your quarterback and building offenses around that. Building offenses around a player that is limited, and that's why I appreciate Sean Payton. He was the first one to try to crack the code. Like, I am sick of searching for Pat Mahomes. I'm sick of drafting every year for Tom Brady. I know what I can draft every year. I can draft X with certain attributes every year. There's these guys. Why not design offenses to fit the talent that's coming instead of mining for gold all the time? And a 10-year, decades-long search of mediocrity until finally I stumble on what could be Tom Brady. But it took me a decade to get there. When I can put together an offense that Sam Darnold can run, that Bo Nix can run, that Kyler Murray can run, that Dak Prescott can run, the average to, the guys that have a little bit but not a lot or enough, I get it, but the search, if you get it, then you're set for 5 years. Once you get them, and I get the search, Do you want to draft a new quarterback every 5 years or every 4 years when you fire your coach?
But these are guys who are talking about. I mean, the way that the Seattle's done it is they didn't draft a quarterback.
No, but they went and got the grad transfer who, like you just applied to. Those guys, I mean, it's hard to find those guys, but it's easy because Darnold was the exception to the rule.
The 49ers went to a Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
It's not unprecedented.
No, it's not. We've got Garoppolo in there. I mean, we could talk about the system quarterbacks back in the day. We're always going to have the Flaccos and the Dilfers.
But I'm saying guys, I'm talking about guys who were either high-end backups or washed-out high draft picks, and you say, you know what, I think I can get. He fits what we do. I could get more out of him. Sam Darnold was never going to cost you as much as a Josh Allen or a Justin Herbert or someone like that.
Garoppolo got paid. Garoppolo was assumed to be more than he was.
He didn't get paid like top 10 quarterback money. These guys now, like you mentioned Kyler Murray, and there's a good chance that Kyler Murray is done in Arizona. Like they haven't announced it yet, but if Kyler Murray is out of Arizona, there will be a market for Kyler Murray.
Yes, because I don't have to have a unique system. He can function in it.
It will no longer be a market for a $50 million Kyler Murray.
No, it shouldn't be.
But if someone says, okay, yeah, Kyler Murray's not worth $50 million, but if we can pay him $30 million and build up the roster around him, maybe we got a shot.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good for you. That sounds good for your team. That sounds good for your general manager. It doesn't sound very good for the quarterback who's going to take less money. The problem with this idea is we assume that player X will understand his value to the league is not equal to his value to the paycheck. We think of, man, if I'm a starting quarterback, you're going to pay me regardless. That's the mindset, and teams are willing to pay. I mean, we got to pay you. There's the ongoing, well, what else are we going to do? Are we going to pay Kyler Murray? Well, I don't want to, but I guess I got to have to. So the economics don't fit the search. You got to find the guys like Darnold who have washed out a couple of times.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But there's just not very many of those guys.
You don't think Kyler Murray's going to be that?
No, but that's what I'm saying. There's just not very many of those guys. I agree. Yeah, that's a great model if I can find a number 2 pick that washed out in 3 places. But those guys don't come available. It was a perfect place. Time, effort, and all that, but
isn't Baker Mayfield exactly that?
I will extrapolate to Baker, and I will also extrapolate down to the players like Bo Nix. I appreciate coaches that Kubiak and Payton who've told us, I don't need a generational quarterback. I need a really good quarterback who does what I ask him to do, no more, no less. And that, to me, is cracking the code. That's the coach I want. I don't want to mine for gold all the time. I want a system that works, and when this quarterback's wore out and doesn't work, I'll go get another one look just like him because I can find those guys.
I mean, I think when the time, and Sam Darnold might win a Super Bowl in 2 weeks. In fact, he's favored to win a Super Bowl in 2 weeks. That means the Seahawks have 2 more years of Sam Darnold under contract where he's making $30-35 million a year. If he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback and he plays at a decent level for the next 2 seasons, he is going to get paid massively.
Yeah, he'll get $80 million by the time they're doing these deals. Yeah.
But if you're Seattle, do you want to be the ones to pay him?
That's what I'm saying. Kubiak, you're going to have to be willing to say goodbye and go get another one to do the same thing for this to work.
First of all, Clint Kubiak won't be there by the time.
I'm just saying the coach, like Sean Payton, said goodbye to Russell. Bye. I don't want you. Go.
Well,
you got to be willing to do that for this to work.
First of all, let's think back to Russell in Seattle. Pete Carroll had a bargain basement quarterback that he happened to catch fire with. And Russell Wilson was good enough with the elite roster that was around. Remember how great that
basement. He was
a 3rd round pick or 4th round pick.
He was underdrafted. We knew the moment he set foot on an NFL.
But
no, you're right.
He was
I'm
on
not
a rookie
saying he was
deal.
A stud.
He was
right.
very
all
cheap. And they had this roster around him of elite talent. The defense was awesome. They had one of the better running backs in the league, and all of those dudes were making good money. But because their quarterback was such a bargain,
and they paid him.
Didn't matter.
It ruined it.
They paid him, and then it's like Earl Thomas is out. Cam Chancellor's gone. Richard Sherman's gone. You lose all these guys. Everybody starts to fall away, and it's like, wow, suddenly Russ isn't that good. So rather than make that mistake of paying a guy that is captaining a ship full of awesome players, paying him Patrick Mahomes money,
it's stupid. You have
just
to be willing.
Find another one.
That's what I'm saying. You have to be willing to wave goodbye to success because he's going to be worth more than you want to pay him, and go goodbye. I'm going to start Bo Nix, and you have to have a fandom. You have to have an owner, and you have to have a system in place where the next guy is always coming.
It's tough, and I think they should be glad that this isn't year 3 of Sam Darnold on the cheap that this is happening, because if it was, they'd be stuck. They'd have to pay him.
If they're smart, no matter what his contract status is, they renegotiate now because it's only going to go up. If they're smart, no matter what happens in this Super Bowl, you just rip up the old contract and go, you know what? We're going to give you a raise, not the raise you're going to get in 3 years because that'll bankrupt us, but we'll give you more now.
I wouldn't give him more.
Oh, I would, because if you win a Super Bowl, you got him for a couple more years. I'm not saying you backload it, but I'm telling you, if you wait, he's gone. And if you're willing to wave goodbye, that's okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that should be the model.
Again, it's easy for us to say, but you don't wave goodbye to a Super Bowl quarterback for 5 years. You just don't. That's one of those things that has always been the norm. And for someone to finally come and do it, somebody's going to be the first, and maybe it'll be Seattle. But for this method to work, for the Sean Payton Kubiak idea of adequate quarterback, great surrounding, no matter how old the quarterback is, not just rookie deal, but Sam Darnold age, whatever it is, that's how we're going to win. But you got to be able to say, love you, but I'm not paying you that. Go with God.
Let me ask you this.
It's hard for teams to do that.
It has been 1 year since the Eagles paid Jalen Hurts.
They regret it. Absolutely. But he'll still be an Eagle for another couple years.
But again, they regret it. Why is it that hard to see?
Again, if they had kept with the Jalen Hurts method of winning football games, I don't think they would regret it as much as they do.
They can't do that because they don't have the money to pay their offensive line now.
They shouldn't have paid him. You're right. But even if they had paid him, there is some method to the madness. They did, the tush push and all that. They didn't need much. Now that all that's been legislated away, and even the guys that they did have are leaving. But there's still the idea that, do you think that Philadelphia organization could just change out him for somebody else? I think they've built this team around him. They've done everything wrong. They overpaid him, and what little money they did have, they built the wrong dudes. I mean, they didn't bring the guys in around to help him. So Jalen Hurts isn't off because he's not your typical quarterback. He can't even throw. I'm talking about those guys that can still get a 10-yard out, but they're a half second off. That Bo Nix went from first-round brain to a fourth-round arm.
Yeah.
And those are the guys that you want.
I think the best move is overpay your other players. If you don't have like a top 5, top 10 quarterback, and I understand you're going to pay Patrick Mahomes, you're going to pay Joe Burrow, you're going to pay Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. If you don't have one of those guys, build your roster, invest a lot in your offensive coordinator, and buy a mid-grade quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And like a mid-grade quarterback that's got – because Sam Darnold was a top 5 pick for a reason. He had all the physical tools. Like, he had all that stuff.
But those guys just don't grow on trees.
Put them in the right place.
I think those guys are even harder to find than a first-round draft pick who gives you a year or two. I mean, to get a preseason guy like Darnold who went through the ringer, that's so rare. I mean, it really is. Baker only had to go to two half teams. He had to go to Carolina and L.A. and spend like a cup of coffee in both. But same idea. He landed in Tampa, and for the most part, has been, I think, a huge success given the pay and what he's done. But even they had to overpay to get him. I mean, even they've been limited by his moderate salary because even at moderation, you still had to pay guys around him. It's hard, man. That's why I like Sean Payton. He went with a rookie, like, dude, we're going to ride this out. And you know what? In 2 years, if Bo Nix doesn't work out, nobody going to miss him.
Here's why I think this can work. It almost worked in Indianapolis. Do you remember? I mean, Daniel Jones had that team on the brink of, like, people were like, wow, how did this? I mean, Daniel Jones was a thrown-out part. Like, there are almost every year, who the next one will be? Anthony Richardson. And
almost. There's been a lot of almost.
I'm not saying Anthony Richardson can play. I don't know that he can. I haven't seen him play to a level that makes me think he's competent. But there's some coordinator out there who says, you know what, man, I can get more out of him. And you're never going to pay full rate for a guy like Anthony Richardson.
You can find a guy like that But again, you have to have
Wilson.
You have to have an understanding fan base. You have to have an owner that's willing to wait, and you have to have absolute trust the process, baby. You have to have a coach like Peyton that says, "Trust me, I'll get him there."
What do you think Mac Jones would cost right now? Guy was a 15th pick in the draft. You can get him for a donut. That's what I'm saying. Like if you build a great roster around him, you never know.
It's possible.
All right, halfway there on a Tuesday. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances, plus save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder, now just $189. Valid through 1/30 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
You made the New Year's resolution to get back in shape, but what happens? You don't see results and give up. Want real results? Go to Synergenics and Low T Center for a free men's TRT test and $200 off the women's hormone test. Book now, getmyhealthfix.com.
It's impossible to have a bad day when you started with Chick-fil-A.
Hi, I'm Miles.
And this is Grant.
And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is
how the fluffy, crispy goodness wakes us up in the morning. The chicken is crispy, the biscuit is soft, it's iconic.
Throw some jelly on it, you can throw some honey on it. It helps me kick off the day.
The hash browns are great. And I really like the shape of them too. Little circles of crispy goodness. Yeah, those early morning chicken biscuits are just great, man.
Mornings are a little bit brighter with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit and Simply Orange Juice. Available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hello, this is Jason Thompson, and as you know, I've been practicing law here in San Antonio for more than 30 years, helping people and families injured in traffic collisions. So I'm often asked, what is the worst thing you can do after a traffic collision? And the answer is easy. That's trying to handle it on your own without an attorney. Insurance companies have spent billions perfecting their strategy of paying nothing or as little as they can get away with. It wouldn't be David versus Goliath. It would be David versus a million Goliaths. You have no chance. Using AI for help is even worse because AI routinely gives dangerously inaccurate legal advice. It is laughably bad on the law. So bad that a lawyer filing a document drafted by AI will likely be disbarred in Texas. Keep it simple. Just call me. My name is Jason Thompson. I'll give you a free review of your case with no obligation to hire me. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com. That's alawyerforus.com.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
The new era of UFC on Paramount Plus continues with UFC 325 live from Australia. Catch featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski in a rematch of his epic title fight against Diego Lopez, and the always dangerous Dan Hooker throws down with dynamic finisher Benoit Saint Denis in a high-action lightweight showdown. UFC fans, pay-per-view just got knocked out. Catch UFC 325 on Saturday, January 31st, only on Paramount Plus. Stream every fight live with one subscription. Visit ParamountPlus.com/UFC to get started.
James was diagnosed at 3 months old with neuroblastoma. We went from thinking we had a healthy 3-month-old little boy, all of a sudden he had this super serious cancer. It was heartbreaking. He had chemotherapy until he was just under a year old, and at that point he was in remission.
Went that way for a year and then relapsed February of 2023, and here we are 1 year later finishing up treatment, hopefully.
The research is extremely important. The treatments that they're developing here get shared with all the doctors to help treat children worldwide.
It's contributing something like one more piece of the puzzle to curing this horrible disease. We all want the same thing. We all want our children to live, have long, meaningful lives.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your commute, we do have an accident. It's clearing on 35 northbound at Ben Zengelman from the median. 35 upper level, southbound San Pedro, downtown accident. Looks like they did move it off to the shoulder. Still might notice a little bit of a delay in the area. 281 southbound Divine and 281 southbound at Bassey. We still have stalls that are off to the shoulder. And there are some icy conditions in areas, some patchy ice, so just please be very careful. Medical westbound between I-10 to just before Fredericksburg Road. We're getting reports to some icy conditions due to water on the roadway. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs had both Steph Castle and Dylan Harper selected for the Rising Stars game at All-Star Weekend. In the NFL, Cowboys return man Kevontae Turpin has been added to the Pro Bowl roster. In other Cowboy news, they've interviewed Steelers outside linebackers coach Denzel Martin for the same role on their staff. While the Turk visited the Cowboys, they're letting go of defensive pass coordinator Andre Curtis, quarterbacks coach David Overstreet II, and linebackers coach Dave Borgonzi, all of which will not return in 26. Also not returning is defensive line coach Aaron Whitecotton, who is leaving the Cowboys to coach the Titans defensive line, reuniting with Robert Saleh. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. AJ Hoffman here for Dying Kittens. Do you hate the idea that kittens are dying every day?
We were running out of sick kid
So do
PSAs.
I. So do I.
By the way, You put cat food out yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure I saw a rat running around the. Did you see a cat eat the food?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
I saw when I pulled up this morning. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't see one this morning, but yesterday I put the food out because there were 2 cats outside.
Okay. Well, I saw a rat this morning when I pulled in. Pretty good size one, I thought.
Oh, do you think it ate the cats?
I think it might have eaten the food. I was wanting to make sure you actually saw cats eat the food.
I saw cats eating it. Yeah.
I don't think they ate the cats. It was a big rat.
I mean, yeah. we used to talk about when I was in Houston, we would talk about what they should do with the Astrodome, and I said, what if we let the rats in the Astrodome? The rats in the Astrodomes are like the size of
Subway,
like terriers,
New York
like
Subway rats.
Yeah, those rats are like they're bigger than a Chihuahua, smaller than like a smaller than a beagle. So they're a good. Yeah. So I was saying maybe we should invest in like instead of chicken fights, like have rat fights. Like people would pay to see that. I reckon if the rats were big enough. I don't know.
Sorry for those rats.
They were. I mean, they are possum size. They look like possums, but they're just regular rats.
Nutria.
All right, the Blitz is going to be at McIntyre's at North Star today, and they are. It says the Dallas Stars are breaking out of their January slump. I hope not. I hope the Stars I hope they stink. Except I hope they score 3 goals every game.
Is that your inner Chance speaking?
Yeah. Chance, the
Chance,
mascot,
the iguana. What is
the
he?
Gila monster.
Gila monster. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why you keep making fun of Chance.
I'm not. That's just a random name for a mascot.
Well, he's a mascot of the team in Vegas. Chance.
I want sure thing.
Well, I mean, there's no sure things in Vegas.
I'm
know
just
that.
saying, that's why I wouldn't. Yeah, well, we got a chance.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
We might win. Go fight. Try.
Well, the Blitz will be at the North Star location of McIntyre's. Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars. Register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philadelphia on March 29th. Package includes 2 game tickets, airfare, and hotel. You must be at least 21 years of age to enter.
I'll do that.
Plus your chance to win exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear during the game. Maybe like that jersey that Jason was wearing, that jersey dress.
Yeah, there's a variety of sizes I hope they bring. I hope they have Minnick size and many others.
Yes, Minnick size and full-grown person size.
Because that one could have put a belt on. You got a dress.
Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Fort Worth, Texas.
I'd be down with a green hockey jersey, though.
Oh,
I look good.
I'd be upset if you wore that.
Well, I probably wouldn't wear it in public.
That'd be like me showing up wearing like Eagles gear.
Oh,
like you wouldn't want me to do
I
that.
Believe people would try to pick a fight with you.
Yeah,
that stuff around.
You'd be mad if I did that, or I showed up wearing like Edwin wearing Longhorn stuff all the time, just to try to troll you.
AJ, I don't see color.
Oh, you see one color. Yeah. Any kind of orange is like that. I know what that is.
That's ugly.
I know what that is. Also, San Antonio Sports Star live from Radio Row for the big game. I don't know if you guys are aware. Sports Star, your home for the big game in Silicon Valley.
Oh, the Valley.
And we are the only local station bringing you exclusive wall-to-wall coverage from the Bay Area, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. We'll be live from Radio Row with insider interviews, breaking stories, and all the pregame excitement leading up to the big game.
Super Bowl VX.
From the biggest names in sports to behind-the-scenes access, our AA Best Bail Bonds Radio Row coverage, brought to you in part by Smoky Moe's Barbecue and Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. Your front row seat to the backstage action live from the Bay Area is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. There you go. Look at that. Look at me reading my promos for the day.
That was well done.
Look at that. Okay. Where were we? Oh. I was looking up during the break, and I couldn't remember who it was. It was Mick Lombardi, who was the quarterback's coach for the 49ers. Is still the quarterback's coach for the 49ers. But he was on record as saying when Sam Darnold was there, he was the best quarterback in their room.
I remember when he said it that summer. And, keep in mind, I think Garoppolo was still there.
It was Garoppolo, Purdy, and Sam Darnold.
Yeah, and he said, over the summer.
Oh, maybe Trey Lance.
Yeah, and Trey Lance was there, too. And I remember them saying, the best quarterback in camp so far is Sam Darnold. Now, Darnold was very quickly on to Minnesota.
Yeah.
And it might have been because of what he said. And in hindsight, the dude wasn't lying.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying I think
I would like to see a lot of these quarterbacks that did run into situations that were well beyond their control get an opportunity. But to get these opportunities, they have to put aside the fact that my next contract will probably be my last, and I need to make as much money as I possibly can right now because I probably won't get another one, to the fact that pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. Take a little bit less, have a longer career. Don't squeeze this team for every penny, and you'll get more opportunities. You'll get the chance. But the economics has precluded that. It is, when my contract is up, I'm going to be the next highest paid player, and if I don't, I'm firing my agent because that's how it's supposed to be. Well, those economics have failed 28 teams consistently for the last 50 years.
Yeah, and it's not certainly it's not going to be an exact science. It is.
What's harder, hitting a baseball or finding a quarterback? Seriously.
There's about 10 guys who can find a quarterback. I know a lot more guys who can hit a baseball. But I will say there are some quarterbacks, and I want to run through some of these, and you tell me if you think.
Well, before you even give me, I think if you have made it to the NFL, you have already exceeded the bare minimum. Very rarely have I seen a dude that you go, this guy shouldn't even be in the league. I don't even know how. So everybody has a skill set, but some are more important than others.
Okay, so here is a list of quarterbacks. You tell me, these are quarterbacks that were taken in the top 10. You tell me if there's any scratch left on this lottery ticket. Zach Wilson.
I have no idea.
He was the second overall pick 4 years ago.
I have to think no. I haven't seen that dude throw a ball in 2 years. I don't know.
Okay, let me also bring up one other guy who we haven't really talked about, because before this year, I don't know anyone would have said Trevor Lawrence was a great draft pick.
I think he was, yeah. I think that would be a
this
fair
year, and he was drafted in 2021, same year as Zach Wilson.
They waited it out, gave him another deal. They waited for him.
They did, and now it looks like they're going to be rewarded, right? Like because they got the right coach.
I could argue if you had cut ties 2 years ago and either free agented it appropriately or drafted appropriately, if you'd have done the other stuff that you did now and had a little bit more talent than you did, maybe you'd be where you are and maybe further. It wasn't like he was extraordinary. He was just good, and he is right at the level of his pay.
He,
you know what I mean?
He you could say he wasn't extraordinary. He got MVP votes.
Yeah, you're right. It was a long wait, but it arrived. But I could argue to the inverse. If you hadn't paid him and you had the extra $20 million and you had an average quarterback and spent that $20 million on X, you might be in the same boat.
I'm not saying Jacksonville did it the right way, but what I am saying
it worked.
What I am saying is this was a quarterback that a lot of teams would have given up on, who now we know in the right circumstance is a beyond serviceable quarterback.
And because, I would completely agree. And I don't think he is going to bankrupt you with his. I mean, he got a pretty good check. I mean, it's not like, but not to the extent that he could have.
Yeah. What about Trey Lance?
I think that that is a completely scratched lottery ticket that in the right place will be an adequate backup, but never an NFL starter.
I tend to think so, too. I think we saw a lot. I think he's a CFL guy. Okay, here's a guy who's going to probably be washed out and is probably still good enough to get a job in the NFL. Is there anything left you need to see to know that Tua can play?
Yeah.
So you would be like, if you were a quarterback bereft team, you'd take a chance with him.
Yeah.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, same question.
Yeah.
I think so too.
With the right coach, he's got a skill set that can win you football games if put in the right place. I have no doubt about that.
Daniel Jones,
same thing.
And Daniel Jones again, I think was proof of this in the right circumstance. He was
this is good news for
guy.
the average quarterback. Again, if they're willing to sacrifice a little of the long-term money for some short-term opportunity, I think they'll all work out pretty good. Because again, these guys already proved to me that in the NFL, you had something. You had an arm, you had a brain. You just couldn't put the two together.
What about Baker Mayfield?
I think he has proven that in the right place, but he got there too late.
Okay.
I think if he'd have arrived in Tampa 3 years earlier and, had without the expectations, without the commercials and all that, I think things would have been better. But he just kind of he went through further down the laundry list of problems than even Darnold had to deal with, I think.
I'll ask one more, and then I think anybody beyond this is probably we're getting too far back.
No, there's a couple that you haven't brought up.
Well, Mitch Trubisky was the second overall pick in the draft.
Yeah, and has expectations. I never thought he was going to be worth a crap, and he's still here.
He's got every tool in the bag, and now he's established himself as a very good backup quarterback.
Yeah, he's Fitzmagic. He's the modern. He's not quite as flashy, but he's an NFL quarterback and will get you through uncertain waters. He will survive above and beyond being on a bad team. Normally, when he's playing, he's on a bad team in a bad situation. You know, the teams have been losing. The quarterback got knocked out because the line sucks, and all the situations he's had to deal with from the moment he stepped into the Chicago roster. I know that guy can survive a storm, and that's enough, man.
I'm gonna read you these stats, and these stats are about Mitch Trubisky. And you tell me, given the right circumstance, you wouldn't give this guy a shot. Mitch Trubisky has started 57 games in the NFL.
Which is shocking to me, but yeah.
What do you think his record is? How many of those do you think he won?
Well, I would say I wouldn't have thought, the way you asked me makes me think it's lower than I thought, but I would say he's probably a 500 football player, 25 games.
He's 31-26 as a starter,
Pretty
above
good.
500.
He has a playoff year in there.
Yeah. He went 11-3 that season. Touchdown to interception ratio. What's your guess?
Oh, probably not as good as I don't know. 3-1, 2-1.
How about 78 touchdowns?
Wow.
48 interceptions.
Not what I thought. Okay. I mean, he's Mitch Trubisky. He's still here.
That is
but as good as he has been, I think in his heyday, he would have been very much akin, not a Sam Darnold, because he's not that good. He doesn't have that kind of live arm. But yeah, he is an NFL quarterback. That's the best I can say for him.
I don't know why Mitch Trubisky couldn't be the next Sam Darnold here. Like the next guy to.
I think that there's too much tread off the tire. I think it's kind of like Baker. I think if we were having the same conversation 4 years ago, yeah, put him in the right place. He's got everything you need. Now I think the talent's starting to degrade. I think the physical stuff is starting to edge up on him.
I mean, they were the same. They were 1 year separated, Darnold and Trubisky.
I don't think he's Darnold. I think he is a serviceable NFL quarterback. And in the right situation, yeah, he can win a bunch of football games. Now, Darnold has finally transcended. He finally won a big one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Trubisky started fast and slowed down. I mean, he had that 11-3 year where the world did just seem to be his oyster, and it just wasn't.
Like, it could just be that the Bears were a mess.
They were a mess.
Yeah.
That's our point. If Chicago was truly the Chicago that they are now, when he was there, when they had all the things pointed in the right direction, he felt a lot like Caleb did back then.
Yeah.
The world's their oyster, but it just fell apart.
If you go back any further, you're getting in 2016 as like Carson Wentz.
Well, what about Davis Webb?
Davis Webb. The coach?
No. What's his name? Backup for Texans.
Davis Mills.
What about Davis Mills? Adequate? Won football games?
Yeah.
In a system that was built for just him? The C.J. Stroud don't screw this up method that they had to finish the season with? You also brought up McCarron.
Mac Jones.
You also brought up Mac Jones. That guy's an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind. You could put him on a football team, any of the 32, with enough talent, he'd win. He's good enough. But he's the 33rd NFL starting quarterback, but there's just only 32 spots. I believe that. And there is space for those guys. But the problem is you got to get them. There's a lot of guys that are going to get locked up by the team that got them. I'm not letting you out the building.
I guess what I'm really getting at is like a guy like Mitch Trubisky, who you could take a chance on putting him on your team and surrounding him with some good parts and getting him some good coaching that maybe he didn't get his first crack at it, is less of a risk than using the first overall pick on Cam Ward. You know what I mean?
The mining for gold or staying consistent with a plan. I'm with you, but you either have to mine for gold and say this is what we do, and until we find that gold, we're going to keep drafting. And Kansas City did it. I mean, the two teams that got the most recents, they weren't mining for gold; they got lucky. I mean, Pat Mahomes, they already had Alex Smith. They got Pat Mahomes was unheralded, and Brady. We all know the story, but they found it and they didn't have to do it again. It is. it's either all or nothing, and we got to keep in mind that the economics of being a team, there's other things in play other than the constant talent search. I got to sell tickets. I got to be marketable. I got to, the continuity and all those kind of things. There's just not a lot of owners that can put up with that can wait. And my quarterback is average, so many other moving parts. It's so much easier to say Pat Mahomes go win the game, and if we can't find Pat Mahomes, keep looking.
I use this, and I've used this analogy in the past. I'll use it again. If I was going to give you, and Vic, you can participate in this too, because I'm curious. I know you're a risk taker.
Okay.
If I was going to say, I'll give you $10 if you stand right under the basket and make a layup, or you can shoot from the free throw line and you make a free throw, I'll give you $100. You get one shot. Or you can stand at the 3-point line at the top of the key, shoot a 3, and I'll give you $1,000. Or you can shoot from half court, and I'll give you $50,000 if you make that. Or if you shoot from the other baseline, I'll give you $1 million if you make it. Like, how do you decide? At what point do you decide risk isn't worth it? You know what I mean? I'm going to take the more guaranteed money or the higher percentage shot. And
well, there's a lot of you're posing one of those fundamental economics questions. Where is the point of pain? Where is the point where risk is no longer serviceable? And in a vacuum, you can find
Shouldn't every NFL GM be doing that?
No.
Like, what's the point where this is going to be detrimental to us?
Well, define detrimental.
It's going to hamper our ability to sign other good players. It is going to wreck our salary cap.
Okay, so if you're a general manager, your job is to acquire talent, and you're going to be graded on the guys that come and go, if they're 5-year players, how doing all that. It is so much easier to be a general manager in the search for Josh Allen, in the search for Pat Mahomes, because once I get Josh Allen, my job is done. I only have to find adequate. I don't have to even find great. Once I find that, I can have Josh Allen and this Buffalo Bills team with a bunch of dudes I have to look in phone books to find their wide receiver.
Meanwhile,
my job gets so much. No, I'm just saying, as a GM, once I strike that oil well, once I hit oil, Pat Mahomes, I get 5 years of grace. I don't even have to be great. I just got to be average good in finding talent because this guy's going to lift me up. So the search is so much easier than I'm a GM of a team that if I don't have 9 dudes correctly paid, I can't win 14 games.
But here we sit with Josh Allen and a bad roster around him sitting at home, and
you're right.
Sam Darnold with an elite roster around him
and if
playing for a Super Bowl.
We might see a change. But the search for the Super Bowl, the super stud, the preeminent player is never going to stop, and we're always going to have Cam Ward or whatever his name is taken in the first round. Always, always, always. And the guy even closer to him will be taken in the first round too. And it looked like last year 8 times out of 10.
Yeah.
It's the search continues because it's just easier to do it that way.
Vic, which shot would you take?
Half court.
Half court?
Yeah.
Take a 3.
For $50K?
I'd take a 3 and go buy lunch.
Okay.
Yeah, $50K would solve everything.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, your wife would probably tell you, take the 10
what would you
$10.
Yeah.
Because I know you. You wouldn't take a $10 layup, nor would you take a $50 free throw. You'd take a 3 or better. I know you.
Yeah, it's because it's a free roll.
Yeah.
But I mean, if my life,
if you were starving,
it was my. And by the way, these GMs, this is how they feed their families. This is their job, their livelihood. I don't know. I'd probably take a 3. I think that's probably the way.
That would be the equivalent of drafting. Let's see. That would be Dak Prescott, a 4th round pick.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
A 3 would be a 4th round pick.
Okay.
The odds of success are higher than not. I mean, you draft a quarterback in the 4th round. In the grand scheme, yes, but in the quarterback world, 4th round and up is normally a pretty safe place to be.
But your ROI on that $10 layup is pretty damn good, and
it's a guarantee. And you can every year I can go find a free agent quarterback if he stays healthy that I can find to win 8 games. Heck, I mean, if you can't find an NFL quarterback and you have people stay healthy and you're an offensive coordinator or head coach, you don't deserve your job.
Yeah,
All
right, let's take a break. I am going to tell you about Underdog Fantasy. Yes, that's right. Football's biggest game is right around the corner, and you can get on all the action with Underdog right now in Texas. Not on Underdog yet? What are you waiting for, first of all? But you're in luck because new customers get $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. And it's so easy to play. You pick your favorite players. Are they going to go higher or lower on their stats? Rushing yards, receptions, whatever it is. You get them right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. I know I had some success, friends. I had some success with Jackson Smith and Jigba and Puka Nacua in the NFC Championship game. I plan on having that success continue with JSN in the big game. There's new promos dropping daily in the app. If you like making picks and winning money, Underdog's the place to be. What are you waiting for? Download the app today. Use the promo code ALAMO. Get $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
It's 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars $50K Big Game Giveaway. Predict the exact score of the big game in Santa Clara, California, and you could score $50,000. Make your predictions now at sasportstar.com. The $50K Big Game Giveaway. Brought to you by Dietz Tractor. Score big with Dietz Tractor in Seguin and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Attention Texas hockey fans, the Dallas Stars are breaking out of that January slump. Jason Minix here. Join the Blitz today at McIntyre's North Star location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars. Stick around to watch the Stars take on the St. Louis Blues and register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philadelphia March 29th. The flyaway package includes 2 game tickets, airfare, and hotel. Must be at least 21 years of age to enter. The Stars are entering the home stretch chasing the cup, getting healthy, and one of the best teams in the Western Conference. So come out to McIntyre's North Star tonight for your chance to win exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear during the game and register for the flyaway package to see the Stars take on the Phillies. Stars and Blues tonight. Puck drops at 7. See you at McIntyre's North Star with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Fort Worth, Texas.
Folks, there's nothing romantic about home repairs, but when your plumbing has lost that love and feeling and your AC is about to achy break your heart, call Quarterman Plumbing, Heat, and AC at 210-651-5899. We'll fix the issue fast at a great price with a servant spirit.
Joel, this is a special Valentine gift from me to you.
Yeah, but why are your arms red?
I got a deal on this plant for your office.
That's poison ivy, Nigel.
It's what?
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E and 16004.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226.
Hey, the big game's almost here, if you know what I mean. And if your dog goes wild every time the doorbell rings, it's time for a new game plan. Whether you scored a brand new puppy over the holidays or your current MVP needs better discipline, Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit's ready to help coach him up. Sign your dog up for professional training sessions focused on winning behavior. From boarding and daycare to expert training, Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is here for you. Call them today at 210-750-1298. That's 210-750-1298 today.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Hello, this is Jason Thompson, and as you know, I've been practicing law here in San Antonio for more than 30 years, helping people and families injured in traffic collisions. So I'm often asked, what is the worst thing you can do after a traffic collision? And the answer is easy. That's trying to handle it on your own without an attorney. Insurance companies have spent billions perfecting their strategy of paying nothing or as little as they can get away with. It wouldn't be David versus Goliath. It would be David versus a million Goliaths. You have no chance. Using AI for help is even worse because AI routinely gives dangerously inaccurate legal advice. It is laughably bad on the law. So bad that a lawyer filing a document drafted by AI will likely be disbarred in Texas. Keep it simple. Just call me. My name is Jason Thompson. I'll give you a free review of your case with no obligation to hire me. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or my website, alawyerforus.com. That's alawyerforus.com.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover's accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Who's this?
K7.
Love. That's it, K7.
For a guy who never hit the club, you know a lot of club songs.
Well, what man about town, Rob?
I think you secretly go to clubs. I think secretly.
Babadoo-day. Bounce.
You're one of those guys who goes to the club with a towel, so when he gets all sweaty.
Oh, yeah, gets all ready.
Yeah.
With Adidas shell toes.
Got his shell toes on and a towel.
Yeah.
Bust out the running man.
I'm very cultured, Rob. That's all.
I'm not downgrading at all. I'm all for it.
Oh.
Because I don't think I could throw down a bunch of Guar lyrics.
Well,
I mean, because that's not part of my life.
These are actually. This is a Guar cover song. Yeah.
Guar. I don't know. Guar came to mind.
Baby,
I don't know why I picked that band.
Actually, I don't know very much Guar. I think Guar is pretty terrible.
I know they're
it's
not.
the best bit ever.
I mean,
I had to do a live remote the day after they had performed.
They were like, "Oh, Kiss wants to act crazy, huh? Watch us.
Watch this."
Yeah, there was a lot of fluid of indiscriminate origin.
When you
on
first
the
saw it,
stadium.
you're like, "Oh my god!"
Oh my god.
The other quarterback in this thing, Drake May, has a chance to. I mean, you're in the Super Bowl, your second year in the league. Suddenly, you join the elite company. Now,
and it's not just Super Bowl; it's MVP.
Yeah, he's
candidate
in that conversation. Now, here's a couple stats. Do you know Drake May? What he has, what he's been like just a general idea of what he's been doing in these playoffs, like from a.
It hadn't been impressive. I don't know what it is, but I know this has not been an aerial offensive explosion.
His passer rating has dropped about 30 points in the playoffs, which is pretty alarming. He was very efficient, very effective in the regular season. Now, a lot of there's two things that come into play here. A lot of it, they've played some
extraordinary defense
in some poor weather
and good defenses.
Certainly. The Patriots have scored 54 points in the last 3 games in this lead up to the Super Bowl. That is an average of 18 points per game on their way to a Super Bowl. The only team in history that scored less than that in the playoffs on their way to the Super Bowl, the 1979 Rams.
Wow.
Like, we're going back.
I remember that Rams.
Way, way back.
Vince Ferragamo, the quarterback of that team.
So, if the Patriots are going to have any chance, Drake May is going to have to turn back into MVP version
Against
of Drake
this offense, they're going to have to score some points.
Because, the poverty Broncos, Jarrett Stidham, the Texans with C.J. Stroud playing the worst game of his life, the Chargers with Justin Herbert getting sacked 20 times. That is it's gonna be different. The Seattle offense is very good. They've been very efficient, and it's not like the Patriots defense has been very good too, but so is the Seahawks. Seahawks are going to be able to hold you down. So this is going to take something spectacular from Drake May, I think, for the Patriots to be able to hang in this game.
Yes. This as we get through the next 8 days of radio, by the time we get to Friday, I get the sense it's going to be very difficult by the pundits' side of things for New England to find a way to win. Because by every measure, they're not equipped to go up against this team. This team has more offense than they've seen and just as much defense. I mean, and you've got a quarterback on a downward trend. There is film out, or we could blame defenses, we can blame weather, but this was an MVP candidate who is not what he was just 6 weeks ago. So there's a lot of negative trends pointing toward New England, apart from, I think you're touched by God. I think the football gods have decided you've won 9 straight roadies with this. I know. But you did.
It's so funny. You remember yesterday when I was reading you the MVP odds for the Super Bowl and Drew Lock was like 75-1? And then I started thinking about it. That would be the story of this Patriots season would be like if Sam Darnold fell down in his bathtub and broke his leg, and they were like, oh, well, Drew Lock's got to start, and I'd be like, oh, well, that makes sense because that's what the Patriots season has been.
Yeah, that oblique. That's why everybody went, oh crap, the oblique. The Patriot curse strikes again right before they play. You've ripped an oblique off your hip, but no, it didn't happen. So I think I continue to rest on these kind of runs always come to a sudden end. It's already lasted longer than I thought it would.
Yeah,
so. I'm not saying that we're headed toward a Denver Bronco kind of smash Super Bowl we had back in 2015, 14, whenever they just got the snot beat out of them. I don't think we're headed there, but by the time we start looking at the X's and O's and true player-on-player matchups, there's not a lot where New England wins. They're just not. Of the 22 matchups, they might win 4 if you're going head-to-head. There's just not a lot. They're not as talented as Seattle.
No, and they've been that's part of why Drake May, I think, is deserving to be in the MVP conversation, because this is not a super talented roster, and they've done great things.
Yeah.
A lot of it has been schedule induced, and I don't think you can just pretend that that's not a real thing. It is.
And now we have to talk about it. I mean, it's been mentioned and kind of, you've been lucky and you've done this and you've done that, and how that's the only thing we got left to talk about is take apart your schedule and how you played against a whole bunch of average to bad teams.
Yeah, and this is we talked about the good defense, and saying that he's dropped 30-something points in passer rating, and again, you count it. Well, he played 3 really good defense. The thing is, Seattle's also one of those really good defense. Seattle's probably the best defense in the NFL this season. They are the best scoring defense in the NFL this season. Seattle is legit, and much like the Patriots, you can't really run on Seattle.
No,
so you're going to have to this is going to have to be Drake May, and is Drake May capable of doing what Matt Stafford just did? But actually getting the job done. Matt Stafford played about as well as you could play against that Seattle defense on Sunday. Matt Stafford was brilliant. By no fault of Matt Stafford did the Rams lose that game. But is Drake May capable of a game like that? And are the weapons that he's got to work with capable?
Even more importantly, he has offered MVP performance. He has lifted other players. Can he continue to lift those lesser players, like that handful of wide receivers? He's got a name I recognize. He's got a Diggs. He's got a guy.
Yeah, but
I don't.
Diggs is less than the Rams' second best receiver.
So not only does he's going to have to lift, and then you're going to have to find some lessers that lift themselves. And once you start asking for that, once you have to start finding 2, 3, 4 things that have to be elevated above and beyond, then you start getting into the realm of this might be too much. This might be too much unless we're relying on injury or ineptitude on the other side. But if they bring their A game, we don't got a shot. That's not the place you want to be.
Claymore says Patriots defense is no walkover either. Well, sure, especially when they play backup quarterbacks or homeless people playing offensive line. They're very good when it's those
They haven't faced the best, but again, you could argue they made them look like that. And some of that I will buy. This is a Super Bowl caliber football team, but they're matched against a team that just does a lot of things better than they do.
Well, and when you talk about the strength of schedule, I mean, Seattle obviously played in the toughest division in football. They won at Pittsburgh. They won at Jacksonville. They beat the Texans in the regular season. That the Rams, the 49ers, they beat them all not only in the regular season but also in the playoffs. The Panthers, Vikings, like they were tested throughout the year, and they've been good all year long. The fifth or sixth best team on their schedule would have been the best team on New England's schedule, which is just wild.
And I think as the days go by and we start looking closer and closer at this and really start applying logic to the numbers, I just think that Seattle's going to be prohibitive. It's going to get even further. I don't see how it stays under 6. I can tell you that as far as the line.
Oh, I think it will.
You think it'll stay under 6?
I think there's going to be some public money on the Patriots.
Oh, boy, I'm going to spend some money to get it there.
Claymore says Patriots didn't accidentally get here. They kind of did.
And there's nothing wrong with that. They beat everybody they had to play.
First of all, they were so bad last year that they got a last-place schedule. Things fell into their lap to be able to play the other 2 worst divisions in football on their schedule. And then, some luck rained down on them. Bo Nix breaks his ankle doing God knows what. And
Stroud forgot how to play quarterback for 2 weeks.
It has been accidental, quite frankly. But it could be accidental again. Now we're down to a 1-game setting.
The football gods are now playing. That's the one thing that
could
scares
certainly
me,
happen
because they have been so lucky for so long. It either comes to a crashing stop, or we are going to have one of those stories that we're going to talk about for 10 years.
And he says you don't apologize for winning; you play whoever's in front of you. And I agree completely. They shouldn't apologize for it. But when you're discussing what you expect to happen, what do you foresee happening? If you're not taking into account who they've played, you're making a grave mistake. This isn't like college football or college basketball where Gonzaga can just play against Santa Clara all year and then show up and play in the tournament. This is the NFL, man. If you're not ready for this level, it'll sneak up on you fast. And we saw the Patriots almost lose to Jarrett Stidham.
That's it. That's my next point was you damn near lost to a quarterback who hadn't played in 2 years. You allowed a couple of balls that he placed, and again, he's an NFL quarterback, but there were some things that happened that should have never happened.
Yeah. I feel like this is where the Patriots not having the best schedule comes back to bite them when they realize, man, there's some actually really good teams out there.
And they're going to have to scheme their ass off. They're going to have to win this with scheme because they don't got the Joes.
Nope.
They just don't got it.
And Vrabel's good, but so is Mike McDonald. And this is not going to be this is an uphill climb, I think, for the Patriots. I just think they are massively under-talented. If I were a betting man, and I am, my bet is the Patriots don't make the playoffs next year.
It's going to be tough because they're going to deal with the first and second placers all year long.
Yeah, now you're going to get a first place schedule. Things are going to be and there's going to be a bunch of money on the Patriots, and the Bills have a new coach, and the Patriots will probably be the favorites to win the AFC East. I would bet going into the season, especially if especially if they're in the Super Bowl. It's highly likely the defending AFC East champions who played in the Super Bowl will be the favorites going into next season, and I will be fading them just because it's going to be a different season for them.
Let's juxtapose the most recent of these, and certainly the Texans. And I'm going to bypass the Washington with Jaden. The Texans with this Stroud run, when they finished, they didn't make the Super Bowl, obviously, but they had a hell of a run that first year. Judge the talent level of the Texans team, just the man-to-man against the New England team now. Which team was more talented?
The Texans are more talented.
Yeah, they were more talented coming after that next year, even though Stroud isn't what Drake May was, but they still had Will Anderson running around the other side. Yeah. They had offensive line that's falling apart. But when they were coming back, they looked pretty good. Nico was on the edge. Yeah. They had a lot of talent. I don't think New England can even say that.
No, The Claymore says, yeah, they lost to the Raiders, but who'd Seattle lose to? Seattle lost to San Francisco, Tampa, and the Rams. That's it. And I mean, they lost to Tampa early in the season by a field goal.
And remember, Baker was on an MVP run when that happened.
Yeah.
Baker was being mentioned with who currently is going to get it.
And they lost the Rams' 3 losses all came by a combined 9 points. So
they're just a prohibitive favorite, and we're going to have to search for ways for New England to find a way to win, and that's not a good place to be.
That's kind of where I'm at. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, I want to dig in some college hoops with you, Rob. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
You know, Rosti providers are around San Antonio and continue to add more and more locations because it works. It's remarkable how you try so many different things. You go to your general practitioner, you get a couple of pills. You stay at home, put some ice on it, and lay real still for a couple of days, hoping the pain will go away. And it doesn't because you're not doing it right. Rosti does it right. And they do it in a unique fashion because it's a lot easier to prescribe a couple pills and say, call me in a week. It's not so difficult to actually pinpoint the problem, fix the problem, and tell you, yes, this is what you need to do to continue to get better, and it worked. Rosti does that. I'm living proof. I had lower back issues for as long as I can remember, and they would just seize up and grab me, and I knew 3 weeks it was going to take that long. I limped into an Rosti provider. They did stuff I didn't expect, and before you knew it, I was back in the game. In less than a week, on average, 3 visits get you going. So what are you waiting on? Write this number down. It's 1-800-404-6050. Use it because you know when they answer, they don't need a referral. Just make your appointment. And there's providers all around town. You want to prove it to yourself? Go to Rosti.com. They got a map there. I bet there's an Rosti location less than 10 minutes from where you are right now. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Call Rosti now. They're going to fix you. When they do, come on by. Thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working an accident downtown, 35 upper level, southbound San Pedro. It is up to the shoulder. Still noticing a little bit of a delay. Road work, I-10 upper level, westbound, the off-ramp to Calabra's got the exit ramp blocked. On 35, northbound between I-10 to Brooklyn Avenue, ongoing road works, got the roadway reduced to 1 lane. And still noticing some icy conditions in and around the area, so just please be very careful. You don't want to slip and slide on any of that black ice. On Medical Drive westbound before you get to I-10, before Fredericksburg Road, icy conditions due to water on the roadway. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water station when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
ConnecticutSA.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live at McIntyre's, the North Star location with our friends from Flight by Yingling.
Yeah, it's going to end up being a Dallas Stars watch party. Your chance to register for that flyaway. We'll talk a little hockey, but it's football season. Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk will join us at 5:15.
Who else are the Cowboys blocking from getting an interview with an assistant coach?
The Cowboys blocking somebody?
That's right. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, the greatest rock and roll band of all time.
Ooh, yeah.
Even better than U2.
Well.
I saw when I was taking a leak at the Majestic Theater.
The fancy toilets.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get cologned?
Is there a bidet in
there?
there?
Do they have a maitre d'?
No, I didn't see anything like that.
Oh.
But they did have a sign saying that Robert Plant is coming to the Majestic Theater.
I thought it was Robert Plant peed here.
No.
Robert Plant urinated on this wall.
I don't think he did. If he did, I hope they cleaned it up. But
well, we have a plaque where Ozzy peed on the Alamo, right?
Do we?
We should.
I thought that was like a big.
That's real. That happened.
Oh, well, I know it happened, but I thought that was
we're still mad at him.
Oh, I thought
he
it was
had
like
to nearly
Robert,
die.
I thought
He's
it was
dead.
like Robert Plant did a line here.
Oh, that would be well, there is the legend of the old Tropicana Hotel up the river where they partied. Yeah.
See?
But so Robert Plant headed to San Antonio
in his Geritol tour.
I forget who the band that he's supposed to be there with is.
Zed Peplin.
No, I don't think it's not like
Robert
that.
Plant and Zed Peplin.
No. But it's like I was like I remember. He used to go on tour with that. What's that gal's name?
Yeah.
Alison Krauss.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Now he doesn't hang out with her anymore, I guess.
Didn't he form a super group there for a minute? Didn't he come in?
Yeah, it was called Led Zeppelin.
No, there was another one after
I don't know.
Jimmy Page, and he got
crossways.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Robert Plant will be there in San Antonio. That's in March sometime.
Been a long time. Lonely time.
I've never seen him play live and in person. He'll be live with Saving Grace and Susie Deanne, made up person. But
all right.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's like, oh, who cares who he's there with? It's just,
Does he get to sing all the Zepp songs? Did he write them all?
I think he's at least a co-writer on all of them. I think he and Jimmy Page basically like.
Be kind of a letdown if you got nothing but B-sides.
Oh, I'd be pissed. Yeah, I'd be pissed. That's why I've had several opportunities to go see him with Alison Krauss, but I was like, I don't want to hear their songs. Like I just want to hear him sing Zeppelin. But I also, from what I understand, the reason why, because he's left a lot of money on the table to not go tour with Zeppelin.
I imagine.
But they also say that maybe his voice, his register, can't do the things that he needs to do to sing those old Zeppelin songs.
Too many cigarettes.
I think so.
Hit
Yeah.
that high note.
I mean, because he used to sing like he was on a different level with those notes. So, that could be a problem. I don't know. College hoops, a lot going on in the world of college hoops tonight. We got a big slate, Rob, and I think we talked a little bit about the Alabama scenario where the Crimson Tide are going to have Charles Bediako on the floor tonight against Missouri. But there's a bunch of other big games. And there was a couple big games last night we didn't mention. Duke absolutely depantsed Louisville. 83-52 was the final.
It wasn't that close.
Michael Brown, who everybody was, he's back. Michael Brown's back. He was 1 of 13 from the field.
It was a tough out for him.
Really bad day for Michael Brown.
That's a tough day to come back to. You know, they probably should have circled next game or last game, not this game.
Well, he did play last game,
okay.
But this was they took him out of it.
He was tired.
And then Arizona and BYU was fascinating. Arizona was dominating BYU, and then BYU had a huge comeback late, and it ended up being like a blocked shot. They had a chance to take the lead with like 5 seconds left. And the Wildcats get a blocked shot and get fouled. They ended up winning by 3 points. Covered the numbers. Thank you, guys.
Skin of their teeth. Braden Burries, that guy can play.
Oh, yeah. A very good game.
Unexpectedly good. Jaden Bradley, I knew could play, but Braden Burries was a pleasant surprise. And, of course, Koa Pete is a beast. That's a hell of a basketball team.
They are top-loaded for sure, and they are just so physical. Lots of action tonight, particularly in the Big Ten and the SEC.
We got one you got to circle in the Big Ten.
I think so. It's 6 o'clock on Peacock. It's Corn.
Let me tell you, that is the best co-rec college basketball team I've ever seen.
Nebraska.
They're a co-rec team, man. They all shoot, but that is the least physically gifted, good basketball team I've seen in college basketball in a long time. None of them can jump over the line, man. They might be able to. One guy dunks and warm up.
Nebraska is 20-0. They are 9-0 in the Big Ten. Michigan, where they're headed, to Ann Arbor.
I think Michigan, even though they're number 2, is still the best team in the country.
18-1, 8-1 in Big Ten play. Oh, I don't. I think Michigan's kind of fallen off a little bit.
Well,
they've fallen on some hard times where they've scuffled.
They've lost one game. They're the target, but they've got 3 dudes. Now, what I saw from Arizona, they now have 3 dudes. If Burries can continue to do that,
yeah.
But they've got Michigan. Their point guard Cadeau is A level. Now he's not an NBA A level, but he's a college point guard through and through. The kid I never can because he don't look like his name.
It's Yaxel Lindenberg.
Yaxel, that guy can play. Big, and they're big out of UCLA. That is a solid tree. Anyway, Nebraska's worth the watch because it's like, hey, I could do that.
Nebraska, a 10.5, 11-point dog tonight. They haven't lost a game all year.
They can shoot.
I'm rolling with corn, baby.
Shoot.
We got some. I want to talk the rest of this hoop schedule on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
Success starts with your drive. You bring the fire. American Public University will fuel the journey. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
You made the New Year's resolution to get back in shape, but what happens? You don't see results and give up. Want real results? Go to Synergenics and Low T Center for a free men's TRT test and $200 off the women's hormone test. Book now, getmyhealthfix.com.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with AutoPay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-269-3394. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-269-3394. 800-269-3394. 800-269-3394.
Hey, hockey fans, join the Blitz this afternoon at McIntyre's North Star for a Dallas Stars watch party with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars. Register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philly, and you can win exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear.
So pregame with the Blitz this afternoon at McIntyre's North Star, and then stick around and watch the Stars play the Blues. Puck drops tonight at 7 at McIntyre's North Star with Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working an accident downtown, 35 upper level, southbound San Pedro. It is up to the shoulder. Still noticing a little bit of a delay. Road work, I-10 upper level, westbound, the off-ramp to Culebra. It's got the exit ramp blocked. On 35, northbound between I-10 to Brooklyn Avenue, ongoing road works. Got the roadway reduced to one lane. And still noticing some icy conditions in and around the area. So just please be very careful. You don't want to slip and slide on any of that black ice. On Medical Drive westbound before you get to I-10, before Fredericksburg Road, icy conditions due to water on the roadway. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs had both Steph Castle and Dylan Harper selected for the Rising Stars game at All-Star Weekend. In the NFL, Cowboys return man Kevontae Turpin has been added to the Pro Bowl roster. In other Cowboy news, they've interviewed Steelers outside linebackers coach Denzel Martin for the same role on their staff. While the Turk visited the Cowboys, they're letting go of defensive pass coordinator Andre Curtis, quarterbacks coach David Overstreet II, and linebackers coach Dave Borgonzi, all of which will not return in 26. Also not returning is defensive line coach Aaron Whitecotton, who is leaving the Cowboys to coach the Titans defensive line, reuniting with Robert Saleh. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, man. Time's flying today, isn't it?
You got a flight to catch.
9:02. I do have a flight to catch on a jet plane. Leaving on a jet plane.
You flying the People's Airline, or you upgrade?
I'm on United Airlines. United Air. So, which means I've got to do the fun thing where I go from San Antonio to Houston to Vegas.
One step forward, two steps back.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing. It's just wasting time.
Let's go the other direction.
You know, like go west, young man, they say.
But first you got to go east.
Yeah.
Go east, then you can go west.
We were talking some college hoops. We were talking about Nebraska and Michigan, which is a fascinating matchup, really. And it's a 10.5-point spread. And I don't totally get that just because
they're going to have to shoot. They won't get anything in the paint. That's why.
That is true. But that's not how they play anyway.
No.
Like, that's just kind of that's their given. That's what they do. First of all, the idea that this is When do you think the last time we were in late January and had a unbeaten team against a one-loss team? Like, how often does that happen?
We're in late January, and we actually have 3 undefeated teams still playing, which I don't know if that's precedent. It feels like, no, it doesn't happen very often.
No, I mean, and especially to have a matchup where, they're going up against another team that is damn near unbeaten. But yeah, are there 3 still?
I think Miami of Ohio, Arizona, and Nebraska.
Yeah, those are the 3. 20-0 Miami of Ohio.
They're the New England Patriots of the college basketball.
Yes, but the idea that we've got a conference game in the Big Ten with an unbeaten team and a one-loss team at this point is awesome. In Michigan's only loss this year, the struggle has been front court spacing for their opponents, and Nebraska, they're going to be able to do that. They're going to spread you around.
They're going to have 4 on the edge and 1 crossing the court back and forth.
And Hoiberg is like the master of the inverted pick and roll, and they're going to find open shooters. Now, again, this is the Nebraska they are 11th in three-point attempt rate in the country.
I thought it would have been higher.
And the 10th highest assist rate. That's pretty rare. Normally, teams that have a lot of assists, usually it's on shots very near the basket.
Fast break layups. So, I watched them play in Minnesota over the weekend, and Minnesota had them. They had about a 6-point lead. They were dominating the paint. They were fast breaking, doing owning the glass the way you're going to have to beat Nebraska. Hoiberg called a timeout, and the switch flipped. Suddenly, I think he brought in another point guard, and suddenly 3 assists, 3 threes later, it's a 9-0 run in about 8 seconds. And before you knew it, Minnesota was down by 13 points, and they couldn't figure out how it had happened because it's these dudes just bombing from the outside. They get you fast. Even though they're down by 12, 13, 14, they don't care. They can run it off that fast with Hoiberg controlling the pace the way that he does. It's a fun team to watch. I like the line. I don't like their chances.
Okay. You don't like their chances to win.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a tough one for them because Michigan brings to bear far more than other teams have brought as far as point guard play. They got a forward that's going to be a top 12, 15 pick in Yaxel. They're coming up against it tonight, but I do like the number. I like Nebraska in the number. I just don't think they can beat Michigan.
Ken Palm has added a new stat in recent weeks, which is kind of awesome. It's like a proximity stat. So instead of just saying every 2-pointer is the same,
right?
Like it talks about where are you getting your 2-pointers? How close to the rim are you? Because obviously the closer you are to the rim, the better your chances.
Nebraska doesn't rank very high in this, I wouldn't think.
No, but Nebraska defensively has allowed just one Big Ten opponent to shoot 2-point attempts at what would be a top 50 proximity rate.
That's crazy.
And that was Minnesota last week. And Minnesota gave them a game.
They did. But the moment that Nebraska decided it was time to go, they left. You know what I mean? They left Minnesota behind.
And the key to beating Michigan is to make them jump shooters. And Nebraska's been pretty good at making teams shoot jump shots.
I'll tell you what, if it's a win, it'll be Hoiberg coaching. If Michigan wins, it'll be Jimmy's and Joe's or just more. You know what I mean? It was an onslaught.
I think that's probably the right way. So you think we lose one unbeaten
I do,
team?
And it doesn't make Nebraska any lesser, but Michigan is a thorough top-to-bottom basketball team.
Yeah. Elsewhere in the top 25, Sparty 18-2, 8-1 in Big Ten play. They go to Rutgers. Rutgers stinks, and Sparty's a 15.5-point favorite. It's a big number to lay on the road, but I would not look the other way. I can tell you that much. Rutgers just not very good. Arkansas is at Oklahoma tonight, and
matchup.
I think Oklahoma might just be drowning. I think they may have just quit on their coach.
Porter.
Porter Moser. They're now 1-6 in conference play. Things have just fallen apart for them. Arkansas is a 2.5-point favorite on the road, and generally the recipe to bet Arkansas is very simple. You do not bet them when they're on the road, and you bet them when they're at home. But I think this Oklahoma team's quit. I have a hard time picturing them getting out of this.
They're under-talented, and one thing that we know that Arkansas is going to bring is athleticism, and they're going to get up and down the court. And this Darius Acuff is a legitimate baller. He alone is enough.
Virginia's at Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a 9.5-point home dog. Virginia's really good, man. They continue to surprise me. Now, the North Carolina loss over the weekend was a rough one, but, I mean, they were in that game the whole time. It's not like they got blown out.
I don't know much. I've watched Virginia play twice, and my takeaway was, they're a really good team. But they're not. There's nothing spectacular about them. They're certainly not your dad, mom's Virginia. They're going to get up and move.
Slow.
They're going to get up and down the court. They're a fun team.
Providence is at UConn. UConn a 15.5-point favorite. Providence stinks.
Yeah,
UConn is by far the class of the Big East. The Big East is so down. It's a shame. I loved Big East basketball when I was a kid. It's a shell of itself right now.
Up and down. Yeah, this year ain't so much. Not so much.
Well, like usually the second level teams like Marquette, Creighton, they're bad.
Yeah, and we don't have the
Marquette's like really bad.
Yeah, this is a down year for the East, but it was down for the ACC last year. It'll be back.
St. Louis, who's 19-1 out there in the Atlantic 10. They play GW, George Washington. SLU is a 9.5-point favorite.
I don't know anything about them, but I keep hearing about them. I haven't seen them play.
They were. Remember Indiana State, Robbie Avila last year?
Oh, that's right. For those who don't remember Avila, he's the biggest, dorkiest, good basketball player in all of basketball. He wears the rec specs.
With Indiana State last year, big, goofy, slow guy. Hit the coach, Robbie Avila. They all headed to St. Louis, and they are off to a strong start this season in Atlantic 10 play. They're very good. They play George Washington tonight. That should be a good one. SLU, a 9.5-point favorite. We've talked about the Alabama game. Alabama, a 10.5-point favorite against Missouri. Alabama's really good. I don't know, 10.5. Missouri's not awful. They've shown some fight in a couple games. I thought Missouri was awful, but then they came out and who did they beat? They beat Florida. That's what it was when I was like, whoa. Because just before that, they had lost. They lost to Illinois at home 91-48. And I said, oh, my God, Missouri's a wreck. And then the next game, they went up and beat Florida. So I'm not sure how to wrap my head around this team.
I know I don't expect much from Missouri. I think they had a nice win, but they're going to be better next year. This year's not their year, and for them to be even competitive now scares me for next.
Big rivalry game, Purdue's at Indiana. Purdue, a 5.5-point favorite. I don't think – you talk about Jimmy's and Joe's. I don't think Indiana's got them, unfortunately. Kentucky at Vanderbilt.
Fun, man.
Vanderbilt's a 6.5-point favorite here. Kentucky, it shocked me to see that Kentucky's now won like 6 games in a row.
Considering they're walking wounded, man.
It doesn't feel like they have. Kentucky has won, 5 games in a row. It's been a lot of close calls. They barely beat LSU, barely beat Tennessee, barely beat Texas.
Well, that Tennessee win was huge.
It was, and they were getting blown out in that game. Vanderbilt, on the other hand,
stumbling.
Remember, Vanderbilt started the season on fire. They started out the season 16-0. They're now sitting at 17-3. They lost 3 games in a row. Now, here's the 3 they lost. At Texas, Florida, at Arkansas. We just talked about how that's a tough place to go play. They, over the weekend, went to Mississippi State and won by 32 points. Now they're home against Kentucky. I think they might. They might whoop Kentucky's ass.
I like Vanderbilt tonight. Kentucky is doing it with smoke, and they're hurt, man.
They are.
I'm going to give them an excuse for a loss. They just don't have all their dudes, but Vanderbilt's solid, and going home is the best thing for them.
Yep. And then you mentioned Miami of Ohio, unbeaten. Miami of Ohio in the top 25 now.
Woo-hoo!
20-0, 8-0 in the MAC. 9.5-point favorites against UMass. Marcus Camby ain't walking through that door. Miami of Ohio is probably going to run it up on these guys.
I think so. They're a lot of fun to watch.
They are fun, man. They are a very fun basketball team. So, yeah, there's some good hoops on the college side. The Spurs play tomorrow, so I say we. I'm sure Rob will dig into that tomorrow. But
that's right.
I did the Tuesday slate in college hoops is usually right there. Tuesday and Saturday are usually the best days. This week in particular, the Tuesday was very strong, so I wanted to spend some time.
Big Mondays. What do they call it? Super Tuesday? Big Mondays?
Super Tuesdays. That's right. That's right. All right. We will come right back and talk about what's going on in the world outside of sports. Before that, though, I want to tell you about Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is where it's at. Football's biggest game right around the corner. You want to get on the action? You want to get on it with the Underdog, baby. And if you're not on Underdog yet, you're in luck. New customers get $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry, and it's so easy. You pick your players. Are they going to go higher or lower on their stats? It's as simple as that. Over the weekend, I was on Drake May, lower on his passing yards. Worked out pretty well for me. I was on Jarrett Stidham, higher on his attempts. Did not work out so well for me. I missed it by 1, so that's a bummer. But if you get them all right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. And if I had won 5,000 times my cash, I wouldn't have shown up for work today. I'd be out. Guys, check it out. Download the app today. Use the promo code ALAMO. You'll get $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We've got an update on that accident, that overturned bus on 410 southbound Old Pearsall Road to Freeport. Now just the far left lane is open. It was completely shut down at one point. Traffic still slow from Medina Base Road, and we've got some onlooker delays on that northbound side, so just keep moving along. Highway 90 westbound 36th Street, disabled vehicle left lane. And we still have some icy patches in areas, especially up in the hill country as well. So just be very careful as you head out and about. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Do you know what to do if you're stuck on the railroad crossing? Get out of your vehicle. If a train is not approaching, find the blue and white emergency notification system sign on the traffic signs at the crossing. For help, call the number on the sign and give them the crossing number so they know your location and can alert train traffic. Remember, find the blue and white to save your life. For more information, visit oli.org.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149. Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I love seeing the old gang at these reunions.
Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible?
Yep, I ran into him a few weeks ago and had to ask. He told me he started taking Nugenix Total T2.
The testosterone booster?
Yeah, but it's way more than that now. It also skyrockets your nitric oxide in as little as 3 hours. I started taking it right away and I'm already seeing results.
I was wondering what you were doing. You seriously crushed me in that pickup game last week.
Yep, after 40, energy energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. But with T2, I feel like my old self again. Stronger, leaner, and my energy is way up. My wife even noticed a difference. They're giving out complimentary bottles right now. Just send them a text.
Text CAR to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of new Nugenix Total T2. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's CAR to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Welcome back to Yeah, That's a Pepper Thing. First up, we've got Harrison wrapping his Dr. Pepper in a tiny quilt so it feels at home. Oh, how tender. That's a Pepper Thing. And over to Becca, who's whispering affirmations to her can.
You're sweet. You're unique. You're the best thing I ever poured over ice.
She swears it makes it taste better. It's not a science thing, but it's a Pepper Thing. Why do they all do it? All for that sweet, delicious, truly one-of-a-kind taste of Dr. Pepper. It's a Pepper Thing.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
There's been a very, very important study done.
Oh,
here we go. What now?
A study has found.
Do we have who did the study before we know what they were studying? Was it a university in like Auckland, New Zealand, or some kind of random school in Austria?
PLOS Biology.
PLOS Biology. All
Okay.
right.
A study has been done on the way that human penis size has evolved over time.
All right. Here we go. I wonder what the premise was. Is it shrinking or growing? Are we getting bigger or smaller?
Well, here we go. Compared to other great apes, the human penis is unusually large.
Anybody who's seen the latest Game of Thrones?
Longer, thicker, more visible.
Have you seen? You know what?
I know. Yeah.
Fire hose.
I haven't seen it.
Dude.
That dude's hanging.
Scared me.
But
frightened me.
Chimps and gorillas manage reproduction just fine, and they are much, at least
they're not as endowed as the human species.
Now, if all the penis's job was to just spread sperm,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
we would be over-engineered in that department. And so scientists are like, well, then there's got to be an explanation for why that we have this working for us. Penis size likely evolved under two pressures operating at the same time: mate attraction and rival assessment. In other words,
don't act like you're not impressed.
In other words, who you appeal to and who you intimidate. So to test this,
well, who are they intimidating? I'm not flashing my junk saying, "Hey, run away."
Well, let's just say you were about to look. Okay, you played basketball growing up, and you were about to have a big tryout, and you went in the locker room, and there was,
I don't know how you jump with those things.
Yeah, there's 5 guys walking around, and they're all packing, and then you go, oh, well,
I don't know, those guys can play. He can dribble with his hands and
yes. Yeah, I mean, maybe that, I don't know.
He can hang from the rim with that thing like a tail.
So what they did was they presented participants with hundreds of anatomically accurate computer-generated male figures.
All right.
They varied in height, body shape, and penis size.
Mm-hmm.
Women rated the figures for sexual attractiveness.
All right.
And men rated them as potential rivals, judging physical threat and sexual competitiveness.
I get this.
The responses barely budged whether people saw the figures projected at life size or on a screen in their own home. Women rated larger penises as more attractive, especially on tall, broad-shouldered figures. Okay. The appeal of a bigger package climbed and then stalled. And then
interested, not so interested.
Past a certain point, size stopped being a benefit to these women. They were like, oh, okay.
Yikes.
The men's ratings were a bit different. Men treated size as a straightforward indicator of competition.
The bigger the unit, the bigger the.
I guess like if
the threat.
Like if you found out that your wife's previous partner was significantly more well endowed than you,
Diggler.
You'd be like, wait a minute, you know?
I'm a downgrade.
Yeah, you know. But I mean. But it says as size increased, so did perceptions of physical strength and sexual threat, and those judgments kept climbing as the trait became more exaggerated. Men appear to assign more importance to these traits than women. Funny enough, men consistently assumed that size mattered more to women than it actually did. Both sides noticed it, but not in the same way. Attraction always dominated competition by a wide margin for the women. Reaction time was interesting as well. Participants were extremely quick at judging figures with smaller penises, shorter height, and narrow torsos. Those fast calls suggest that certain traits are sorted in the brain before conscious thought ever comes into play. So if you see a short fat guy with a tiny little button,
you already knew subconsciously. Not a threat.
Not a threat. Not a threat.
Carry on about your day. Not a threat.
Right. So,
I don't know, man. There's one guy that I can think of in particular. When I was in the Air Force, and you're in basic training, this dude was ridiculous. Like to his knee. Yeah, the dude was about 5'5". He wasn't big at all, but I'd just never forget that guy walking out of the shower. I was intimidated. Holy crap.
My roommate on the oil rig.
How do you run?
Was from Macomb, Mississippi. His name was G-Love. He was a black dude. He had gold teeth, and in the front two, he had a G and a heart. And
you better be packing. If you're going to do that, you're packing. That's BDE right there.
And G-Love walked around our room butt-ass naked, and
G-Love.
It was one of those where you
put that away, man.
Yeah, dude. Like, wrap that up. It looked like he could wrap it like an extension cord. Like, crazy. And I just assumed, this dude.
Go watch the first episode of the latest Game of Thrones spinoff.
He is I said, well, this guy is he's a direct threat to my body.
I felt threatened.
Yeah. I mean, what?
You don't even know him.
Did you know what I'm talking about, Vic? You saw it.
I couldn't believe it.
Yikes.
Is that fake?
I hope so, man.
Jeez.
If I was like that, I'd never wear pants again. You want to talk about a threat?
Oh, I'd wear warm-ups and spandex the entire time.
For me in comedy or entertainment, like the idea that you can't tell a joke right away, like it's the too soon concept.
Tragedy plus time equals humor.
Yeah, I like laughing at tragedy immediately. Like to me, that kind of takes some of the burn off of it, I guess.
I think we all have our limits.
I think I understand. It's like it's pretty widely frowned upon to talk about someone the day after they die or something like that. A pro wrestler had to apologize for dressing up as an ICE agent at an Edmonton match over the weekend.
A little soon. I think we could all agree that's a little soon, a little raw.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It was put on by Real Canadian Wrestling, and it featured a wrestler wearing a vest with ice on the back.
That's awesome, though. Don't stop. Keep doing it. I'm not asking you to stop, but it's a little soon. But weather the storm, brother. You're on something.
This guy said that he did this on his own without knowledge, without the wrestling company having knowledge. He said, but they said RCW apologizes to any individuals or groups who were offended, disturbed, or impacted by the actions presented during the event. RCW does not condone the group or its members.
If I'm an ICE member, I'd think, all right, I got my guy. I got a guy to root for. And if I'm anti, I get it.
They fired the wrestler. He's fired.
What?
Yeah.
Nah, I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a little soon, but it's brilliant. I mean, this is wrestling.
It's pro wrestling.
It is truly a reflection of society. Wrestling holds a mirror up.
It's about
it's
about the bit.
And if especially in Canada,
yeah,
dude, that's where you should be doing it.
I mean, that's a pretty big heel turn.
Oh yeah, you're a heel for sure.
But it is a little surprising that they fired him.
Did he have like the vest that says ICE and like a face mask?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, brilliant!
But wrestling's gone soft, man.
Brilliant.
Wrestling's gone soft.
What move would he have? The exit visa? This finishing move's the exit visa?
He just throws you over the top rope. He's done with you.
Mace you in the face and throws you in a cage.
That's right. That is right. Oh, man. Yeah, my first thought was, man, American wrestling does way crazier stuff than that.
Well, I remember Kamala, the Ugandan giant.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
He heel turned to a good guy because he fought the Iron Sheik.
Yeah,
and that was during the Iranian thing. So all things relative, Kamala became a good guy.
Well, so did Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter made his bones taking down the Iron Sheik. That's right. And the Sheik made money for 30 years doing that gig.
That's right.
Doing that bit. His name was Bubba. I'd say that.
Kamala was actually from Alabama or Mississippi.
I found that out after he lost a leg due to diabetes or something. I met him at a football thing.
Yeah. I was very disturbed to know that he actually wasn't from Uganda.
He certainly scared me.
Bothered me.
Where was he from?
He was from like Mississippi or someplace like that. He's like an old country black dude who they basically dressed up like a
like Fred Flintstone.
Yeah,
like animal
some
skins.
sort of carrying a spear. It's like the most racist depiction ever.
Well, I guess you'd get the extremes. I remember Von Erich was a Nazi. He was a heel as a Nazi.
The dad.
Yeah, the original.
Fritz.
Yeah, Fritz was
That's right. Nobody cares.
So that was in the 50s. We were only about 10 years away from World War II, so I guess we're almost there for the Ice Agent.
Yes.
Another couple.
That is brilliant, man. I think it's coming to a WWE stage sooner than you think.
Yeah.
He's the bad guy.
Or the good guy, depending on the market.
A French senator is undergoing a trial now where he's accused of basically slipping a Mickey to a lawmaker he was trying to win over on
You will vote for me.
Yeah, basically. Joël Guerrero, who's 68, is accused of putting MDMA, known as ecstasy, in a glass of champagne he served to lawmaker Sandrine Yosso in November of 2023.
I think he's after more than a vote.
Now, this is...
You slip an X to somebody, you're chasing more than a vote.
This feels like a weak defense. You guys tell me if you were the judge or the jury. I don't know how they do it over there in France. But imagine you say, yes, you know what? I did slip her this drug, but it was an accident. Is that a viable?
Well, there is there's a pleading in a criminal thing called nolo contendere, which basically comes to the English version of it is I did it, but I didn't enjoy it. I didn't do it, but I promise I won't do it again. I'm not saying I did it, but if I had in fact done it, I promise not to do it again.
Well, apparently the thought is, like the way it's being, I guess, presented is that he wanted to commit a rape or sexual assault.
I'm pretty sure that was the plan. You don't slip MDMA for a vote.
I wouldn't think so.
That has something else.
I think that's how apparently he's trying to spin it. She took a drink, what she believed to be a re-election celebration. This was in his apartment. They'd known each other for years. She considered him a friend. She started feeling unwell quickly after drinking champagne with heart palpitations and body shivering. She immediately took a taxi to a hospital where a substantial quantity of MDMA was found in a blood test, higher than the level typical of recreational use.
She was tasting colors.
Wow. Yeah.
She had a need for orange juice and some lollipop.
Now, he says he made a very serious mistake. He said, it's something I never wanted. I hope someday she'll forgive me. He said he put some of the white powder in a glass meant for himself but didn't take it. The next day, he offered the glass to her by mistake.
This dude's Xing out on his own.
Yes.
62. This was my personal stash.
Yeah, he says, things happen very, very quickly. I didn't think about it. He said, I just, it's ignorance. I said, I didn't know what this could do.
Yeah.
No,
how's an old dude get MDMA anyway?
He's a politician.
Guess so.
Like these guys have
From an intern?
Yeah, they've got access. How do elites get drugs? Well, Rob.
Well, I'm just saying, 62-year-old.
That should be a documentary.
Walking around with a bag.
Well, it happened.
What a party with you, Grandpa.
And there is a Pizzagate going in Pakistan. The defense minister there has faced a bit of ridicule on Wednesday following reports that he inaugurated an unauthorized Pizza Hut outlet in Pakistan.
An unlicensed Pizza Hut?
Yes. There was a ribbon cutting, a red carpet.
What?
The event quickly turned into a political embarrassment after the official Pizza Hut franchise in Pakistan issued a public disclaimer distancing itself, saying, hey, man, that's not a real Pizza Hut. So the real Pizza Hut came out and said, this isn't our pizza. This guy's making it up. Pizza Hut Pakistan clarified in a viral statement that the Sialkot location is a counterfeit operation with no ties to Pizza Hut or its parent company, Yum Brands. This outlet is not associated with Pizza Hut Pakistan or Yum Brands. It does not follow Pizza Hut international recipes, quality protocols, food safety, or operational standards, which that might be a good thing.
That's not pepperoni.
It might be a good thing. I don't know.
You can't call that pizza.
But they've now filed a formal complaint. But imagine you've got like a red carpet and a ribbon cutting. The newest Pizza Hut in our district.
Hey, wait a minute.
That's not a Pizza Hut. Oh, not ideal.
Anybody who's been into some third world country, there's all kinds of those ripoffs.
Oh, have you seen Mexico Guadaburger?
Yeah, they got it real close. There's McDougal's all over the world.
Oh, and Buc-ee's too.
Yeah. One guy on Twitter said, we got fake Pizza Hut before we got Grand Theft Auto 6.
Truth.
Wow.
Blizzard took a nap.
All right, let's take our last break of the day, boys. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines.
I want you to consider a tall glass of water, cool, ready for you when you want it, ready to quench your thirst, tastes perfect. If you don't have that, what are you waiting on? It's 2026. Connecticut's here. You'll have that every time you open up the faucet. Water ready to drink, ready to take care of you. Do everything that you need water to do and nothing that it shouldn't. No sediment in your dishes, nothing on your skin, nothing in your hair, nothing left over in your ice tray or your ice maker. I'm talking about a clean, pure glass of water. And anything less should be unacceptable to you and your family. That's why you should call Connecticut today, because you can assure you'll always have it. Connecticut's been taking care of me and my family and my houses for as long as I can remember. A lot of people look at Connecticut, yeah, I know they're the best. I can't afford it. That is not true. You are wrong if you think that, especially now. If you'll call 656-PURE today, Connecticut will come out and put one in your home if you're already plumbed for it, so you can find out what I'm talking about. But more importantly, you get the quality of Connecticut, the backing of the best warranty in the business, and a gift, a little P-loan for you. How about a reverse osmosis drinking station on your sink, free of charge just for purchasing? That's why you call Connecticut. You get the very best and then some. Go 656-PURE. Go to ConnecticutSA.com for all the details. But trust me, go get a Connecticut. I know you're going to thank me later.
It's 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Big Game Giveaway. Predict the exact score of the big game in Santa Clara, California, and you could score $50,000. Make your predictions now at sasportstar.com. The 50K Big Game Giveaway, brought to you by Dietz Tractor. Score big with Dietz Tractor in Seguin and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Get real results for your health this new year with Synergenics and Low T Center. For a limited time, the men's TRT test is free, and the ladies take $200 off the women's hormone test. Say no to diet trends, questionable online treatments, and deceptive prices from other places. Looking for the best? Synergenics and Low T Center are the leading experts. Meet with a real provider, get real medication, and see real results. Learn more at GetMyHealthFix.com for Synergenics and Low T Center. GetMyHealthFix.com.
Refresh your bathroom with big savings at Lowe's. Reimagine your bathroom with up to 40% off select faucets during our Bath Savings event. Need it today? Order by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Shop for your bathroom refresh at Lowe's. We help, you save. While supplies last, selection varies by location. Same-day delivery on eligible in-stock items, subject to availability. Fees vary. Visit Lowes.com/same-day delivery for full terms.
Welcome back to Yeah, That's a Pepper Thing. First up, we've got Harrison wrapping his Dr. Pepper in a tiny quilt so it feels at home. Oh, how tender. That's a Pepper Thing! And over to Becca, who's whispering affirmations to her can.
You're sweet. You're unique. You're the best thing I ever poured over ice.
She swears it makes it taste better. It's not a science thing, but it's a Pepper Thing! Why do they all do it? All for that sweet, delicious, truly one-of-a-kind taste of Dr. Pepper. It's a Pepper Thing!
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Attention Texas hockey fans, the Dallas Stars are breaking out of that January slump. Jason Minix here. Join the Blitz today at McIntyre's North Star location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars. Stick around to watch the Stars take on the St. Louis Blues and register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philadelphia March 29th. The flyaway package includes 2 game tickets, airfare, and hotel. Must be at least 21 years of age to enter. The Stars are entering the home stretch chasing the cup, getting healthy, and one of the best teams in the Western Conference. So come out to McIntyre's North Star tonight for your chance to win exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear during the game and register for the flyaway package to see the Stars take on the Phillies. Stars and Blues tonight. Puck drops at 7. See you at McIntyre's North Star with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Fort Worth, Texas.
The best mornings
in the morning light.
Start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
And I know Tim Pernetti, the commissioner of the American, got really upset when we asked him the question about does Tulane have a chance? And of course they do. Well, they don't. And it's not a knock on the American.
No, but
it's just the way that it is.
He took that as we were calling his baby ugly.
Well, I get that, but he should know his baby's ugly. I mean, he's looking at the baby too, and he knows it's ugly.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
This is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The soothing musings of Mark McGrath and Sugar Ray.
For a singer, he turned into a hell of a entertainment correspondent.
Oh, yeah. He was a handsome guy back in the day. He was the ladies' choice. Sugar Ray has one of the sexiest album covers in the history of time.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you tell?
It was the album before they got really famous.
Okay.
I think it's called Lemonade and Brownies, if I'm not mistaken.
I gotta look. I can't remember.
Look up. I think it might be the one right there on the bottom. Go down one more, right there.
This one?
I think so.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little fog. Is that Maryland?
Is that called Lemonade and Brownies?
I can't tell. Yeah, Lemonade and Brownies.
Yeah.
I see where they were going there.
Yeah. Vic, you don't need to look at that.
Oh no, will I get in trouble?
Is your wife still sick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't want to look at that then. You don't want to look at that until until you've got someone to take it out on.
Oh wow. Too late.
Oh wow.
Well, I tried to warn you. Now you're on your own. All right, let's wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
No movement so far on the Super Bowl. Seahawks 4.5-point favorites, total 45.5. Actually, that's down from 46.5, isn't it?
Huh.
So little move in the total, no move since yesterday in the point spread. I don't know. I mean, 45.5. Like, I know these are two good defensive teams.
It's low.
It does feel a little low.
It's low. It's going to be a fast track. I don't think weather will be any kind of issue at all. It'll be closer to Seattle than it will be anything else. There might be a little bit of rain, but I don't think. I think the weather is going to unleash a little bit of what New England has been held back from. I'm not saying they're any better. I just think the weather did kind of slow them down.
In the association tonight, the Portland Trailblazers hit the road. They're blazing a trail towards Washington, D.C., where they'll take on the Wizards. The Blazers, 7.5-point road favorites.
Coming off a drubbing
in
Boston. They lost, well, not a drubbing, but they did lose by 8 last night.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a back-to-backer, so do pay attention, but they should win.
They call that a get-right spot.
Yeah, the Wizards are a get-right team for sure.
The Sacramento Kings, also a get-right team. They head to New York to take on the Knickerbockers today. The Knicks are 13.5-point favorites in that one. That is not a favorable number for them. The Thunder, losers of 2 straight.
Mm-hmm.
You said you were reading something about how there'll never be another
73 wins just seems outrageous.
It'll never happen again.
You
might be right. I mean, this would have been the year, right?
Yeah.
Like, this felt like if it was ever going to happen, it would be here.
The league is diluted.
They've
to
already
some
lost
extent.
10.
You got an easy East. Yeah, it seems like this would have been the year.
Somebody always gets hurt.
The injuries, but they started out kind of banged up, and it didn't seem to slow them down.
Right.
But it is now.
Well, tonight they're expected to get back on track. They are 14.5-point favorites at home against the Pelicans to not lose their 3rd straight.
Do a little profit-taking after snapping the Spurs into.
Yeah, maybe so. The Milwaukee Bucks, the Giannis-less Milwaukee Bucks, head to Philadelphia. Philly, a 10.5-point favorite.
Philly got bitch slapped yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, that was what happened because they made it respectable, and they made it respectable and lost it by 37.
Yeah.
I mean, they made a run to get to 37 down.
Yeah, disastrous game. I expect a bounce back for Philly here.
Good
Also,
grief.
with no Giannis, what are the Bucks? You know, what can we expect from them? Not much. Phoenix hosts Brooklyn. Phoenix an 8.5-point favorite. Really good game in Denver. The Pistons are 6.5-point favorites at the Nugs. That should be a fun one tonight, actually. When is Joker ever coming back?
He's still for the foreseeable future. Really pay attention to this. Murray is a game timer.
Okay, and then the Clippers 8.5-point favorites at the Utah Jazz. In the Hockey League, the National Hockey League, the Winnipeg Jets are at the Devils. Devils minus 125. The Utah Mammoth are at the Panthers. Florida's minus 155. The Red Wings minus 125 hosting the LA Kings. Nashville at the Bruins. That's a straight-up pick-em there, minus 110 both ways. Sabres at the Maple Leafs. Also a pick-em, minus 110 both ways. Also a pick-em, Vegas at Montreal. So some tight games tonight. Unfortunately, Vegas is in Montreal, not in Vegas. I'd maybe go see them tonight, but no, not going to Montreal for that. Blackhawks are at Minnesota. The Wild minus 240. The Dallas Stars, who you're going to watch tonight over at McIntyre's, they are minus 160 favorites at St. Louis. Vancouver Canucks are hosting the San Jose Sharks. Sharks are minus 125. When the Sharks are a road favorite at you, that's when you know you're bad. And then the Washington Capitals minus 145 at the Seattle Kraken. We talked about some of the college hoops games tonight of note. The big games, some of those top 25 games. Michigan State and Rutgers, number 7 Michigan State. They're at Rutgers. They're a 15.5-point road favorite in Piscataway at Jersey Mike's Arena. Jersey Mike's Arena.
Rutgers claims the oldest football program in college football.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Like older than Army and Navy?
Yale.
And
no, they say it started there.
Huh. They invented football, they say.
That's what they say.
Well, they would have had to have an opponent.
The Scarlet Knights.
Did they play against someone?
I don't know. I didn't go there.
Everyone knows football was invented in Texas. Obviously.
Right. Things.
Yeah. It's Corn. Nebraska, 10.5-point dog at Michigan.
Set your DVRs, man. Watch this game. If you're
Give me that Corn, man. I think Nebraska hangs in there with them. That's just too big of a number. I don't like that. Arkansas is at Oklahoma. I told you. I think this Oklahoma team's rolled over and dead. So give me Arkansas piggy tonight. Virginia's at Notre Dame. Virginia, 9.5-point favorite. UConn minus 15.5 hosting Providence. Number 21, St. Louis. 9.5-point favorites over George Washington. I didn't mention UConn's the number 2 team in the country, by the way, per the polls. Number 23, Alabama, Roll Damn Tide, 10.5-point favorites against Missouri. Purdue, the Boilermakers, 5.5-point favorites at Indiana. Not long travel there, but still on the road. And then the Vanderbilt Commodores, 6.5-point favorites hosting Kentucky. And Miami of Ohio, 9.5-point favorites, trying to go to 21-0. Hosting the UMass Minutemen.
Oh, it's starting to get tough for Miami.
It ain't going to get that tough.
You watching any tennis today?
I haven't been watching any tennis. I actually do like a good tennis match, and I might watch like the finals of something, but I don't watch random tennis. I have friends who bet serious money on particularly women's tennis. I guess it's a really beatable market, but I just don't. I can't do it. I can't keep up with it all.
Coco Gauff goes down, slamming her racket.
I saw her breaking her racket.
She asked for privacy after her outlet. But I was really concerned if you were paying attention to Pegula.
Jessica Pegula
Against Anna,
the third
Anna Samova.
The third best tennis player in the world, according to her dad.
According to the WTA, she's 6th, and she's taking on number 4, Anna Samova.
Okay.
Pegula plus 105.
Oh, I hope she loses. Just
the Pegulas have had a rough couple of days.
I hope she loses only because they are they're keeping Brandon Bean.
Let old man Pegula have a win. Come on, let him. He's a girl dad.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want that. I want him. I want her to lose. I want her to lose. Sorry, I
wonder if they've jetted down to see her play in the quarterfinals of the Aussie Open.
I don't know. Like.
He's a billionaire. He can hop on the private.
Quarter. I'd say, honey, get to the semis. We'll talk.
You've been such a letdown.
Like, well, let's. She's like, Dad, please. This is a really big match for me. Yeah.
Credit to
this
her.
Is typically this is where you lose, though, right? Do you really want me to come down there and,
How much you want to bet that she is still on her dad's cell phone plan? Billionaire, multi-millionaire. She's still on the.
I think you're probably very safe in betting that.
Says Joe Pegula.
The family plan.
I think that's a very, very
still on it.
Safe wager. Novak Djokovic tonight plays Lorenzo Musetti. Musetti, number 5 seed, against Joker, the 4 seed. It's a good matchup, Musetti is an up-and-comer,
Is it who's favorite? I guess Joker?
Joker, slight favorite. Carlos Alcaraz, he won his quarterfinal match today, straight sets over Alex de Minaur. So, I don't know.
It's not time for tennis.
I agree.
It's still too cold.
I'm not feeling it yet.
And I'm pro tennis. I'll watch it.
I like tennis just fine.
The next guy.
I'll wait until we get to the finals. Give me and there better be 2 famous people in the finals, or I'm not really interested.
True.
It looks like all the top seeds are still in. So if everybody holds court today, if Joker and Yannick Sinner both win, Yannick's playing the last left American, Benjamin Shelton. If those 2 win, we'll have the top 4 seeds on the men's side.
America.
Well,
America.
Would you rather that or the top 4 seeds?
America.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. For me, I might just want the good matchups. I don't have any loyalty to American tennis.
As long as we're taking care of the commies, beating down the others.
Yeah, and on the other side, Aryna Sabalenka, the number 1 seed for the gals, she's in against Svitolina, who is the 12 seed, appears to be Ukrainian. And then the 2 Americans, Pegula and Anisimova, play today. And then the Iga Swiatek takes on Rybakina, and that winner will be in the semis as well. So there you go. Maybe we'll talk ladies tennis on Friday.
Is Emma Raducanu still in?
Emily Ratajkowski?
No, I wish. No, Raducanu?
No, she's out. She's
the Ratajkowski of tennis.
A lot of people do call her that. I've heard that around the circuit.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. If you're in the plugged in like we are,
okay,
we're all about the fuzzy balls, if you know what I mean.
One more reminder, friends. The Blitz is live from McIntyre's at North Star today. The Flight by Yingling crew will be out there. They're a proud sponsor of the Dallas Stars. Boo, Dallas Stars. But you can register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philly on March 29th. That package includes 2 game tickets, airfare, and hotel. You got to be 21 years old to enter, but swing by, go see them today. They'll be there from 2 to 6. Plus, your chance to win exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear during the game. It's Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly, Fort Worth, Texas. I like how I've got to say Fort Worth, Texas now. That's a new
where
addition.
The brewery is.
That's a new addition. No, I don't think that's true.
No, I think they're brewing it here.
Really?
Yeah. I was talking to Renee that to get it brewed in Texas, they bought an old Lone Star brewery.
Really?
In Yingling here in Texas. Yeah.
I'll be damned.
Fresh to your door.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
The oldest, I think the oldest brewery in the country is Yingling.
That one in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go out there, enjoy some flight down there.
They got swag like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, yeah.
Go get some swag.
Maybe they'll give you that golf cart.
Stuff we all get.
That's right. All right. Blitz, I just mentioned they're at McIntyre's North Star today. Go see them from 2 to 6. Rob will be back here tomorrow
Travel
taking
safe,
care
my
of
brother.
you. Thank you, friend. Thank you. Hold down the fort. Vic, don't screw anything up, and make sure you feed the cats.
Got it.
Riding the work with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. It's the Morning Huddle, KTFM Floresville.
You know, the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-269-3394. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-269-3394. 800-269-3394. 800-269-3394.